Welcome. This is Not Afraid, inspired by the troops' discovery that they're more powerful than they ever thought they would be.
Changes keep happening to me. World around I see differently. Now I wanna know is there a reason? I think you'd all agree.
Every day I get a little bit stronger, a little more, and I'll defeat the monster. How much longer till I get back home? I don't know what's here for me.
That moon keeps calling out, and I'll make a joyous howl. Can't find what's coming over me. I'm not afraid. Ghosts and shadows cower before me. I'm not afraid anymore. Now I know exactly what to be. I took the wheel, now I'm in control. I'm gonna take this ride as far as it goes. Full speed ahead, there's no going slow. Just try and tell me no.
This must be what it's like to be on top. Try to cut me and I'll heal right back up. I'm dodging bullets and I'm catching stones or anything you throw. And that moon keeps calling out, and I make a joyous howl. I can't fight what's coming over me.
I'm not afraid. Ghosts and shadows cower before me. I'm not afraid anymore. Now I know exactly what to be. Here in the darkness, I can see everything, although evil surrounds me, I can't breathe. But I know I'm not afraid. Ghosts and shadows cower before me. I'm not afraid anymore. Now I know exactly what to be. Now I know exactly what to be.
Now it is the end. Sorry.
Everybody, welcome to the Foreververse, a dark and tantalizing mystery as told through actors and improvisers across a vast array of role-playing game systems. What lies ahead? Let's find out. Welcome back. When we last left our adventures, Santiago as Dilesh Malesh was gazing into the unholy visage of a great black beast looming over the skyline. He felt as if an otherworldly expeditioner was looking at his great climb ahead. Suddenly, his eyes begin to roll into the back of his head as he falls swiftly and stiffly to the ground. You watch, all of you, our prime characters, as his body starts to shake uncontrollably, but going very, very still. Now, through all of your eyes, you see a great form in front of you. Your first gaze into the spirit realm on this world. As dark entities fly above you and the environment is twisted by the emotions and actions of those on the material plane, you feel the need to growl a prayer to both Father Wolf, that sounds right, as well as your god Luna, as a colossal spirit fills most of your peripheral vision. Yesterday you were at home. Yesterday you were dealing with your everyday life. You were declared crazy by a mad doctor who now wants to see you dead. And you're holding a Thompson gun with a body unfamiliar to you in the midst of the Battle of World War II. At least you have your friends. So, what would you like to do about Santiago as he goes into a violent convulsion and falls down onto the ground?
Hold him.
Because
Grab him.
hold him and grab him.
Yeah.
He seemed to have had a shared vision with all of you, and it was a brief look into the spirit world, but you imagine he got the full sensory experience.
Great.
Does he seem like he's having a vision or something?
No, he seems unconscious.
He's just out cold.
He was seeming like he had a vision as he was convulsing and dealing with whatever was coursing through his body, but
Yeah.
now he seems to be unnervingly still. And you can see as Commander Santiago, or not Santiago, Commander Willingham is now running towards you. Sir, we've taken the men and we've secured the first AA gun per your orders. My men are in position and ready to attack the second and third installments. We currently have 30 minutes until the RAF is supposed to commence their bombing run. Oh my God, what happened to the captain?
Do we
You,
have...
sir, go get a medic. Run, get someone for the captain.
Great. That.
Hey, everything you said, and also take him to where there's a bunch of other sick people.
Okay, you watch as the runner heads off.
MASH camp.
The MASH camp, right, in the middle of Germany. Pre-Normandy. You watch as a couple of gentlemen come with a stretcher, a fold-out stretcher.
Stop right there. I'm not sure that what he has can be healed by you. It seems a little bit more of the mental illness.
Mental illness. Sir, he's a captain. I mean, you would think that his constitution would be enough to handle just looking at the gun emplacement.
Absolutely. I think there's something. Think there's a little bit more than meets the eye. I'd like to take a look at him instead.
The medic is currently.
I'm going to use my intimidation military, is what I chose.
All right, go ahead. Roll.
I've seen this before, and I think I can help more than any medicine can.
Great. All right. Well then.
So this is you use intimidation.
It would be intimidation plus your social strength, which, if I remember, is presence.
Oh, not the best.
So your presence plus intimidation at this stage.
Okay, let's see. 1 success.
1 success. All right. How do you want to bring him down?
I've been serving under this captain for as long as I can remember, as long as I've really ever held this rifle. So let me guarantee you, this captain will be right as rain as soon as I can get him to open his eyes and look me in the eye, a private underneath him, and tell him that he needs to get his shit together.
You watch as the lieutenant, who is the medic of it, goes, "All right, Private. Well, this man's life is in your hands."
Better in my hands than yours.
You watch as he blows some steam and he goes, "I'm gonna take that under consideration, Private," as he goes and walks off to his troop,
Wow.
heading towards the third emplacement.
Friday.
Damn, Becky, that was
Friday.
intense.
Let's call me Friday. Let's just all look. Captain's not here. The joke's not as funny without someone super in charge. So let's just get back to the original nickname, which was Friday.
Okay, Friday.
Yeah.
Do you have a plan for Delish?
Yeah, he is out cold.
I
We
know.
have other
I
things
just
to
don't
do.
want those medics running around. I know that we're something special here, and they won't be able to handle it. I saw that vision. Did you guys see that vision? In his head, right? We saw a vision.
What did
He
we
broadcast this vision to us.
He broadcasted it to all of you individually, yes, but whether or not that's information you'd like to share with your players is solely up to you.
Come on, I saw this vision. That's not something a medic can help or take away.
I saw a vision as well.
Okay.
Did you see a vision?
I don't think so.
All right. Well, maybe he's close. Did you, brother? Brother.
Yeah, I saw one. I saw
call
one.
again.
I saw a vision.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Fan-fucking-tastic.
But what if we let them take him, put him in a secluded
In a safe place.
area, then he's safe, we can go about our adventure.
You understand why I don't trust medics?
I don't really understand.
Because he's got something that the medics won't be able to understand, and it's not safe for them to know exactly what we can do.
Private.
So
What
what,
if-
so what do
Private.
you suggest?
I am still here. You
Oh.
know. We are waiting for your orders currently to go into the emplacement. I understand if there's something more going on here that you would prefer not to let on. This is above my pay grade. I know that you're a special black ops troop coming out here to do something, and I'm not one to question orders. But I will tell you that time is of the essence here at the moment.
Okay, I guess if the rest of the group wants to get him into a safe place, we can maybe...
We'll go ahead and make a wits plus composure, or a knowledge plus composure roll against him real quick.
Knowledge and...
And you're, How?
Go, Becky, go.
Yeah, anyone who wants to go and examine
so
himself.
what is knowledge? I'm so sorry. What do
Knowledge is one of your skills, or it's academics. My bad.
Okay, so I'm composure 3 and I'm not trained in academics, so that's -3. So that would be a straight wash.
You always roll a 1.
Okay. I just always will roll 1.
Always will roll 1.
So I don't know. Oh, I got a 7, but that's not enough.
No.
Aw, so close.
Pretty good, pretty good. So,
So
I know nothing.
You just from looking at him, it's very hard to tell what happened to him at this stage. So, it's Willingham's like, sir, we're down half on men each squad. If these bombers don't make it to Wilhelmsburg, then we're gonna be in a lot more trouble than what it is. Like, those subs are gonna go out tomorrow and start hitting our boys back on the island again.
Get this man to safety, please.
Yes, sir. So he goes and he brings the medics back with the stretcher, and they roll him onto the side, and you can see as a couple of them are starting to put a stethoscope onto his side, and goes, all right, yeah, confirmed he's breathing, as they lift him up and stretcher him out to one of the areas next to the squads.
Are any of them still there?
Willingham is, you haven't dismissed him yet.
William, get the fuck out of here. Yeah, I say that.
Sir, yes, I would recommend that we all coordinate our attack together.
Oh, right.
So it would be best if I was able to relay the orders. Sorry for
I'm so
my...
dumb and aggressive.
Have you located the 4th location?
Yeah, that's the question.
Well, sir, we seem to have our squad split amongst the 2nd and 3rd emplacement, and I believe we
Great.
discussed that you 4 were going to be assaulting the 4th emplacement.
That's right, we did. We did good. I was testing you.
Well,
Glad you remembered.
I was always good at school, sir.
All true, Willingsby.
It's Willingham, sir. But yes, I will take this opportunity to let you know that when we get those krauts, we will hold these emplacements, and we'll make sure that we have a clear path for you into Wilhelmsburg.
Great. Is our path?
love it.
Or is our plan still blowing it all to smithereens?
Yeah.
Great, good.
That sounds fantastic. And now, as I said before, GTFO.
Gee,
Wow.
that's a new acronym for me.
Oh, it means get the fuck out.
All right. Thank you, sir.
That's where it all started.
As
In
Willingham
1940, World War II.
recorded in the annals of history, you watch as Willingham turns about and runs off.
When he writes it down, does he say Friday or does he say Beckett Garrison?
Oh, I didn't even have to roll for that. Definitely Becky.
Oh shit.
Definite. Becky.
All right, so we've got 30 minutes to find and destroy this 4th thing and give the order to everybody to blow up the 2nd and 3rd.
Get that
All
4th
right.
thing.
They-
But we
the-
have a mortar now.
Oh yeah,
No,
right. We
bazooka.
have a
A
bazooka.
bazooka.
I do have a bazooka.
Rated from the last one. It's a
And-
Panzerfaust. But
What?
it was rated from the last AA bunker, so it's a Panzerfaust.
Ooh,
A little less accurate than a bazooka.
so it's
Panzerfaust.
somewhat close.
And a bazooka. Guys, I have so many big guns.
And a bazooka, just a Panzerfaust. Nice try, Becky.
You've got a Panzerfaust and a bazooka.
I don't know, Ivan. On my character sheet, it says both of them.
Hope, nice try, Hope.
Character sheet never lies.
The character sheet never lies.
Would I be able to reach a gun this far away? An air gun?
We can get closer.
Oh, an AA gun?
Yes.
You would have to get a visibility on it
Oh,
first.
that's
So, the good news is that
Fire off
How
random
far away?
stuff.
I don't know. The way it's going to
not
make Becky
far,
like-
probably like a quarter of a mile from the next emplacement. So they
Okay.
did scout it out. They do know where it is.
It's still dark outside, right?
They know where number 4 is?
It's starting to.
It is in the dead of night because it was
orangish
the
glow.
bombing runs at 0300
Okay.
and you're 0230.
No,
It's just before the dawn, y'all.
I took survival leaves. Is that a thing I can
Leaves?
survival in?
In
Yeah.
leaves.
It was
What?
a skill proficiency or whatever the skill.
It's fair. I probably would be a little more generic
Such as like leaving.
such as forest maybe because there's
Oh, okay.
lots of leaves in the forest.
All right, I'll keep it leaves and then we'll just know.
Okay.
You guys want to move out?
Let's
Head towards
move
that
out.
Let's move
do
out.
thing.
That's
Right. Stay
We gotta
hidden.
hustle.
Stay hidden in the trees. Everybody run.
okay, and I'll look at these leaves.
Okay. They are crisp. It is currently winter, so in fact, there's not many leaves at all.
We see our breath.
One would say yes.
that's-
Classic, see your breath
Good.
kind of situation.
Wait, we already know where we're going, right? I don't need to look at
Yeah.
Okay, well, just so you guys know, it's winter.
Good.
It's not many of those leaves.
All right.
Must be winter.
Cool.
So as you approach the gun emplacement, the first thing you notice is the smell. You begin to notice just how heightened your senses are now that your body is starting to remember who it is. Each of you begin to remember what your first change was like and how the goddess Luna spoke to you each in your own way as you began your change. Now your blood boils with the smell, taste, texture, and sights all around you. The night seems brighter and each of its details more clear. You can tell where the soldiers are just by smelling the ragged, sweat-stained clothing they're wearing and the strong smell of leather on their boots. As you approach the installment, you notice that there is, again, a 15-foot tall chain link fence with a wide razor wire on the top of it. And in fact, you see the gun emplacement not too far away. There seems to be several soldiers, as well as a couple of dug-out foxholes, from what you can tell.
How many can we see?
Well, let's all roll a wits plus composure to find out.
She's saying these smell good.
Thanks.
0 successes.
Oh man, I'm sorry, dude. What? Uno.
3 successes.
Wow.
We're good.
Good.
Majority of them.
3
Successes.
3 successes.
3 as well.
Goose egg.
Goose egg. So, Hal, or you're Spino, right? Mm-hmm. Spino is.
Yeah.
So Spino,
Yes.
as you gaze through the chain link fence, you can see almost a faint aura, like a light, permeating around each one of the living prey that seems to be in front of you. And you know that prey must be respected. And at this point, you are seeing why, because each one of the soldiers that is closest to the chain link fence has a tripod-mounted machine gun in a solid foxhole. And in the center, that has about a 3.5, 4 foot a stack of sandbags around the AA emplacement. And you can see several more forms inside of there. And on the farthest side, which is the faintest to tell, but definitely there is yet another one, gun emplacement with a tripod-mounted machine gun and a soldier sitting there, what clears to be sipping a cup of coffee. Cheers.
Guys, not all AA emplacements are created equal. This place is heavily guarded and armed. So we gotta be extra special careful with this one. In fact,
You can count exactly 11 soldiers.
11 guys here. The last one, remember, there was like 7 lightly armed. There's 11 guys here. There's guys with tripod machine guns.
Let's light 'em
several
up.
tripods.
Can I recall anything using either encyclopedic knowledge or sagacity or anything from our training that would let me know that strategy-wise, obviously we've studied battle strategy to
Right.
get this far in our
So you
career.
wanna try to
what
unlock-
might be the best thing to do in this situation?
I get it. So you want to unlock some of Mac's inherent knowledge
Right.
to see if you can find out the best way of doing
Yeah,
this.
if we've been trained, like when you encounter this situation, you take out these guys, then you do this, then you do this, or whatever.
So, in that circumstances, we're going to have you roll intelligence plus academics would be fair. And because you're sharing Mac's body, I'll give you a bonus die to roll with it as well.
Right.
All right, how many did you say are on the mounted guns?
From what Hal can see, he can see one on each of the mounted guns.
And there are 3 mounted guns, you said?
There's 2.
2.
One, and then there's I'm sorry. In each one of the tripod mounted guns, there is 2 soldiers, but one is obviously mounting the machine gun, and one's either prepared to feed ammo or provide small arms fire.
Spino?
Yeah.
How many people are in the top tier of the AA gun?
6.
Or up top?
Not
Okay.
up top, they're just in the emplacement. This doesn't have a tower like the other one did. It is a sandbag ring.
So
At least half a dozen.
There's 6 next to that, and there's 2 on each gun, and then we have 1 other somewhere.
Who is in the side, presumably around. Yeah. So if he's still inside.
Is there still a chain link fence around this one, or is it not?
Yep. You got a 15-foot barbed wire fence with razor wire.
What's their visibility like? Can they,
It's the dead of night.
the dead of night?
But there is a single man who is has a single. It's you can see a couple small lanterns emanating little bits of light, and Hal, you had 3, right? In your knowledge, you can definitely see that there is a giant, not giant, but it's definitely a large tungsten spotlight that seems to be mounted for spotting planes.
All right,
Listen, guys.
When do we get our gifts? Does that not happen yet?
You have your gifts now.
We do.
So the gifts that we can unlock those as you see feel fit to do them.
I got an idea. They don't know we're here. We got all sorts of explosives in Friday's bag.
What explosives do we
Friday,
have?
Yes.
We got 30 minutes before we
I've
gotta
got.
What do you got?
I'll name the 5 of them that I know.
All right.
All right, the
You know.
the ones that I can see. All right, we got the ladybug. That one's a big
Which
one.
does.
Yeah. We've got the
Doesn't matter. Blow stuff
All
up.
right, we got the ladybug.
we got the Chinese lantern. That'll light them straight up. You have no idea. We've got the fat woman's beard. All right, that's kind of a target for humans. We've got we've got one called Friday. I named that one. I made it up. And then we've got Whiskey Johnson.
we have C4.
And then
yeah.
that one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we also have C4.
Yeah.
2 successes on my strategy roll.
So, Mac, Jade, you're beginning to recall some of Mac's previous training because,
Right.
Jesus, these guys were like seriously Black Ops trains before even Black Ops was a thing. So you can definitely recall that in this type of situation where you have overwhelming odds, but you have stealth as your advantage, is that your best call of action is to eliminate as many targets as possible before you're spotted. And you know, because you are who you are, and based on seeing what happened to Sam in the last encounter, that you guys can take a beating. You know, not just as people, but as whatever you can do as well. That really, they're outnumbered. But it depends on how much punishment you want to take in this engagement.
Right. So, even if we choose to rush in, we'll probably kick their asses. I mean, just realistically.
I love it. Oh.
But
Well,
playing a little explodey bang bang, I think could be pretty fun.
explodey bang
I
bang
think,
does
you know,
sound fun.
whoever the sneakiest is, we sneak in, line some explosives all around the gate line, boom.
Well, how concentrated are these 6 that are within the sandbags?
So let me show you.
Let's bazooka those mother effers.
All right, so this is kind of
Yeah,
what
we
you're
can
looking
bazooka that too.
I want to do that real
We could
bad.
very well take out 6 with the bazooka if we just aim for that AA gun.
So here's the situation. The AA guns are inside of the chain link fence at the moment, all right? And on the inside, you have the AA gun with several men manning it. One that has the spotlight on the upper end side of the turret, and then the 2 men, or the 3 men who are just currently guarding it.
We have a shot with a
I'm sorry,
bazooka.
this is not correct. These are the men supporting
What's the range on that torch, on that big light?
on this torch.
The tungsten
It's a
light.
spotlight meant to spot planes.
So that's like our, if all else fails and we can't blow this up in time, at least we can take out the spotlight and maybe they won't hit the plane. Kind of our last
One would
ditch effort.
presume.
Yeah, like we did the last
We
time.
can do this though.
I think we can too.
Okay. To give us a head start, I vote for either explosives or Panzer.
Well, yeah, we line the explosives on the outside, blow it up at the same time we launch the bazooka Panzer thing in the middle. And
So
then
you
when
want
whoever's left, we just charge.
Right. So you're basically
I can
wanting
pick
to
'em up
fire.
with my
Werewolf
sniper.
style.
Well, I don't have a sniper. You have a sniper.
I do. I have a sniper, but the sniper's loud.
I'll let you talk your strategy out. So.
Okay, so we line the gate with explosives. At the same moment that we blow that up, we launch the bazooka into the middle.
Yeah.
And then whoever's left, we
And then
just
open
clean
fire.
them up. Just clean
Yeah,
up.
I mean, at that point, they'll know we're here, so I can snipe from out here.
Exactly.
Pick them off.
Whoever's left.
Just, I feel like I can, with my bare hands, rip through any metal. Just throwing that out there. That chain link fence would have nothing under my muscles.
Well, I say then maybe let's go for that. And, Winger, you were so sneaky last time.
Yes, until I got the shit kicked out of me.
Yes, but right up until
Right
then.
up until then.
Right up until that happened.
Look, if we
Oh,
plant
sorry.
explosives right at the edge of the gate line, right in front of where those machine gunners are, there's a big radius to those explosives. It's gonna take those guys out for sure. Okay.
Or at least a limb.
And then we launch everything else we got in the middle. We don't need to worry about breaking over no fence or anything.
So currently, you guys are laid out along the edge. It's kind of hard to see here, but I'll put them a little forward. You're laying out along the edge of the forest here. These are these elaborately colored, uncolored dots that are you at the moment.
Right, good.
So
Cool.
until we get official werewolf minis that aren't the giant ones from
Is there
War
just
Machine.
like a gate we can go through?
The gate that you would presumably go through is right in front of you.
We got a guard
From
anywhere close to it?
From Hal's look on it, no, it isn't guarded. But it is also padlocked and chained. That Hal could tell that much for sure.
Padlocked and chained.
So you've got about 25 feet until the chain link fence with the razor wire above of it.
Okay.
How would you like to approach
Can one of
this?
us do a knowledge? Whoever has the best knowledge in these explosives, can we do some sort of roll to see what the blast radius is?
I think your demos. I think the demolition expert, Miss Becky Garrison.
Mr. Beckett.
Miss Hope, but Mr. Becky Garrison
That's right.
with
It's
the man
Friday.
hands.
Mr. Friday.
Mr. Friday.
Private
would
Friday.
probably know, and I don't think there needs to be a roll for that.
Okay.
Not only are you armed with just good old-fashioned pineapples, you know, which have at least a 20-foot explosion radius.
Those are the ladybugs.
Those are the ladybugs. You would also, your C4 and your claymores have a really good spread, but again, in like a 90-degree arc, frontal arc.
That would be the bearded lady.
Those are the bearded ladies.
Okay.
So, your Panzerfaust needs a direct line of sight, but
How many shots we got with that?
it's a single shot. Panzerfaust are single shot. You don't have any extra warheads to
Have
put
no-
inside
We
of
just
it.
have one.
One warhead
One shell.
armed on the Panzerfaust.
They call me One Shot Garrison. One Shot Friday.
How many nicknames are you gonna have, Friday?
Friday, I don't know that's a
Are we
name
talking
you want to
about-
promote.
Are we talking about
Oh, wait. No, because I shoot.
I mean, you're a
once.
dude now, though. Just saying.
Becky.
Oh, I see.
Can I?
Because of my dick.
Can I show you guys?
Yes.
Can I show you guys exactly what
We got a
what I
half
think we
hour,
should
y'all.
do on the map? Can I show you guys on the map exactly what I think we should do?
Yes.
Yeah.
I wish.
How many
God
claymores
you
do
would.
we have?
Let's see how many claymores.
Can I come down there? Is that okay?
They're the fat bearded ladies.
No, you're not allowed to touch the map, Hal.
They approach the bench.
They're the
Your
fat
Honor,
bearded.
we have to approach the line.
Yes,
Come on,
approach the table.
Speedo.
But watch
Speedo.
Machine guns, right?
Yeah, dude.
You have
Yeah, dude.
4
These are
claymores.
machine guns.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah.
I have 4 claymores. Claymore here that blasts this way. Claymore here that blasts this way. Random ladybugs, whatever here. Panzer here. Whoever's left,
Fireworks.
clean them out.
I think it's brilliant.
All right.
Shoot first, let go.
And I can set up my sniper on a little tripod out here just in case.
Sure. Absolutely.
So we're all on the same page.
Yeah.
So we gotta bust that lock or get through this fence somehow.
I can rip iron with my bare hands.
Becky
Well,
off.
this-
We're not gonna have to
An
bust the lock
aluminum
once we
chain link
launch the
fence,
claymore.
so
That's gonna
it's gonna be fine.
knock it out.
Oh, I see.
How are we gonna get the claymore to that other machine gun? Is it just around the entire thing?
Yeah, it's around. Just sneak
I
around.
don't know if it's just a long.
No.
One of these
around.
days, I want to show you guys what I can do.
I was gonna say you're really dedicated to getting into that fence and just ripping it open at the moment.
We could do that after we blow everything
Yeah, if you
up.
blow everything up, you
There's
can
gonna be
do a
plenty of
feat of
things on the
strength.
fence for you to rip.
Feat of
apart.
strength.
Okay, yeah.
So what are we doing?
What he said, we're gonna do Claymore / fat bearded lady.
Claymore.
That's fat.
Who's gonna be prepping the claymores to get them close to the gun
She
emplacement?
preps, he sneaks.
All right.
Isn't he the sneakiest?
I
We
have.
don't even have to be that sneaky. It's right outside the fence.
Yeah, but if they hear us,
Well,
we're looking around outside
true.
the front.
Somewhat
That's a
sneaky.
good point. I can be
I've
hella sneaky.
got 2 stealth, believe it or not.
I've got a whole mess of them.
Okay,
Yeah.
well you do it. I don't want to risk it.
So you're gonna prep a claymore, hand it off to man,
Winger.
so many names.
Winger.
Winger.
Yeah, you're gonna prep a claymore, hand it to Winger, and he's gonna try to sneak it up to the gate and displace a claymore, right?
That's right.
Both claymores.
You want 2 claymores on this gun emplacement?
No, one there.
One
then
there
I'll,
and one
I'm
on the
gonna
other
head over
side.
yonder
Let's
and do it.
start with this one first.
One
Why
at a
don't you
time.
roll stealth and dexterity for me?
Do it. Come on, man.
Come on, sneaky pants.
Stealth and dexterity natural. Just your natural sneakiness at the moment.
I'm gonna give him a nice slap in the butt, because that's what men do.
Good point. That's what men do.
You should see what we do in the bathroom.
All right, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and take one of those guys.
Oh, a Benny?
Oh, yeah,
And a
okay.
Benny.
Quick reminder while I break the wall super quick. Your subscriptions give our players rerolls. If you don't want them to die merciful deaths, then you will hopefully subscribe to the channel and allow our players a little extra luck to be on their side.
I think there also may have just been a new subscriber.
Oh, really?
2 successes.
Was there? Let me make sure that that's true.
Yeah, go make sure that's true.
I think we just had like 30 subscribers.
Oh, look at that.
No, not me.
Deal Fate did just subscribe.
Yay!
Put a Benny back inside of there.
Hey,
2
Benny.
successes.
Dealt Fate. 2 successes?
Yes.
Nice.
Great. Let's see how my soldiers do.
Probably dumb idiots.
All right. So as you're walking close and you're crouching in the middle of the night, you basically get up to the fence line and crouch onto the side, but you can hear with your teeth gritted the sound of your footprints going along the side of the grass. And as you get close to the fence, you hear someone go, did you hear that? Spinelick, get a lantern over here, quickly. You can see as one of the men inside of the Foxtrot lights a lantern.
Can I see or hear this going on?
Yeah, you're only about 25 feet away.
Is this an electric lantern or
It's
an
a-
oil?
It is an oil lantern. So,
And
Oh, I can't wait to.
and you watch as he lights it, and it takes a little bit for it to get through, and he lifts it up.
my evade said light.
You want to evade the light? Let's do some dexterity.
Come on.
More stealth.
Where are you?
Dexterity and stealth.
Where
against
are
stealth.
you?
I see you.
Son of a.
That was sad. I love the turrets.
One success.
One success. So, as you are attempting to creep away from where he will potentially lift the light up, you watch as a focused beam kind of curves around and like a raccoon spotted in the midst of an alley next to the trash can, you watch as light bathes over you.
Shit!
You're a Oxnard! Fire! Fire!
And then I wink and set off that fucking claymore, and it shoots at him.
I think that's great.
So you detonate that claymore,
We can obviously see and hear this at this
I
point.
wink, and then I set off.
set off the claymore.
Roll for wink first.
Roll
Right.
for wink. What is that?
Great.
Yeah.
So roll damage on it, which in this case is gonna be 6? 6 die?
Okay.
Yeah. Oh wait a minute, actually just amount of, that's forgotten, in this system it's just amount of lethal damage. You're gonna blow them up. Like it's gonna be bad. I mean, a claymore against these guys is nasty. Okay, so you can hear as you hear, Oxnard fire! And you hear a bolt click back and as it explodes in front and you hear, aye! As both of them are blown and you watch as like red mist and smoke mixed together inside of the air as bits of metal and shrapnel duck around. Now everybody roll initiative.
Yeah, dude. What would you like us to roll for initiative?
It is D10 plus your initiative modifier.
Which is where?
Is that on this sheet, or do we steal it from our old one?
You should steal it from your old one.
Got it.
From the old one.
Oh wow. 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh.
Okay, got it. Yeah, 13, baby.
Oh yeah, 5. I got 6.
On your right there. Hold on. I think it's down here.
Oh.
Dex plus composure.
Add 1d10 and then add your 6.
All right.
5.
Oh, I rolled a 1.
So D10 plus 5.
7.
Damn. All right. So what do we have? Let's start from let's call it 15 up.
5.
Okay.
No. 10 up to 15. 5 to 10.
I'm a 6.
7.
7. So you're 7. We're gonna make you here, Spino.
Okay.
I'm 6.
You're 6. We're gonna put you next to Spino.
I'm also 6.
You're also 6. You're over here.
13.
13. All right.
Mac is fast.
Yeah, Mac.
Mac is fast, but not as fast as some of our soldiers.
Gosh darn those soldiers.
All right, so the first thing you notice as you watch as a body start to run over, and you can see as a big beam of light boom, out into the midst of the mist, and you can see as the morning dew, the early morning dew, cuts a beam of light straight up into the top of the air as it starts to wiggle and begin to move down. And you can hear as two MP5s turn around and start opening up into the tree line right here. And they're just spraying and praying, hoping to see if they find something.
Well, one more turn, I'm gonna.
Okay.
We are going to get you. You cannot run. You cannot hide.
All right, let's see. Oh, wow, 2 exploding.
That's not
Not
good.
good.
All right, so
Sucks.
1, 2, 3.
Can take a beating, remember, guys.
Let's start over.
All right, Pal, aka Spino, take 3 lethal damage as a couple of bullets rip through your vest and carve through your body.
3 lethal damage.
Okay.
It's 3 X's. So
So close to death. Did I recover it all since the last time?
it's been at least an hour, so you can take a full lethal down to nothing.
Good.
Oh, okay. I will do the same. then.
Everyone can, since it's been an hour since the last time you battled, you can take a full lethal down to nothing.
That was the first damage I've taken, so.
All right.
Great. And those three fired into the blitz, and you can hear them go, "Shh, did you, is that it? Are they gone?" And you hear one go, "I know I hit something."
We did howl.
Are they wolves? Wolves don't have claymores, you idiot. All right, so now it's to Jade.
Yeah, Jade, light him up.
Okay, so
AK.
they kind of think we're gone though. So
Oh,
we
that's
could
true.
go back under stealth, or we could just light them up at this point.
Oh, that's true.
The guys who were just firing at us, where are they on the map right now?
It is this 14, and this 14.
The guys on the other side have not been alerted that we know of.
Well, you're gonna go first
no.
before any of them. So this is your time to act.
Or retreat.
Do I? Yeah.
You can go back into the tree lines.
I can snipe, I can retreat, or I can try to take out that. Is that spotlight still coming down at us?
Yeah, this is the spotlight right here, and it's currently been turned on. Like I said, it's a beam of light that's crisping through the darkness, and you can watch it. You can see as the beam is starting to move as he's taking hold of it.
He's trying to find us with it.
He's just starting to maneuver it.
Okay, I would like to use a gift, a special ability that I have to kind of fry electronics and just take that sucker down.
All right, you want to ignite a gift. All right.
Yeah.
So this would be your renown plus primal urge.
My main renown.
Yes. Or is it what type of? Yeah, it's your main renown.
Okay. Plus primal urge.
And then in this circumstances, well, what does it say actually on the gift? There should be a dice pool for
Yeah, it says wits plus crafts plus purity.
Oh, then there you go. Wits plus craft plus purity.
And where is purity on? Oh, purity is a
Purity
renown.
is a renown.
Okay. Ooh, man. That's not good for me.
You can always spend an essence to get an extra die.
Okay. And since I have 0 dots.
Gifling, I will drain your essence.
Since I have 0 dots in craft, does that mean I'm -3 for unskilled?
Yeah.
God damn, so I only have
Here's
one.
the thing, though, with your character especially.
Yeah.
I think make your first roll. The first roll's always the hardest. So.
Roll is the hard.
That is not a success.
All right. So burn an essence. It does cost an essence to do these things. You Why don't you paint the picture in my mind of how you recalled this information, but then fumbled it in the darkness?
Okay, perfect. So I'm thinking about the energy that it takes to use technological equipment and to use gadgets, and there's something I'm very familiar with and very in tune with. So I kind of harnessed all of my focus and energy on this spotlight and focused it so hard that I'm trying to fry it from within.
Right. And you watch as the light flickers
Yeah.
for a second, but then it stays bright in the beam, and you can see as the guy shakes it for a second.
You need a website.
As he slaps it.
Did we get a subscriber?
Did we just get a subscriber? Let's
Oh,
find
okay.
out. That
Heard
sounded
a weird
like
piano.
yeah. That
Yeah,
is
yeah.
a subscription. Excellent. Trying to find out who it was. Kapal. Just subscribe. Thank you.
Thank you.
Take a reroll.
Kuplow, kapad.
Kapal.
Okay.
Kapal.
So I spend an essence and I get to roll again?
Do we want to put one of these?
One more time.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's an exploder. Okay, so 1 success.
What? I'm sorry. You did a. What was this for?
It was a 0, I rolled a 10.
But did you use a Benny to reroll it? Is that what you were doing, or?
Oh, I thought you said spend an essence to do that.
No, you did. You did spend an
Okay.
essence in just the act of doing it.
Got
But
it,
now
got it.
that is your turn.
Great, that's my turn.
Now we're moving on to our pretty much everybody else. So
An extra Benny in there.
you can hear as a couple of more guys start to move forward. You can hear someone get shuffling as they get a bit closer, trying to peer through the darkness, and you can hear him mumbling, being like,
I know that was an explosion, but it's. Everybody, get down!
and you can hear as
Down to the top.
you can hear as this tripod is starting to turn around, and you can hear the loud click of a bolt on a machine gun pull back. But no one can see you yet. And now we are starting with Hal.
I want to do what I did at the last place, is shoot out that light.
You want to shoot at that light?
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's going to have to go through the chain link fence,
Can we
through
not
the
use the hole that I
sandbags, and through several other soldiers. So
Can we
I'm
not use the hole that I made in the chain link fence with the claymore?
he's
No.
on the wrong position for that at the moment.
Okay.
Can I, in one move, could I move to the proper position and then shoot?
Yeah, absolutely. So you can go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, if I may be so bold.
You may.
And then this is the explosion, not towards you.
Hey.
This is the explosion that irradiated out
Great.
through the claymore.
And so it's firearms plus.
It's firearms plus dexterity, but you want to hit that lamp, I'm going to take at least 2 away from you. What's your current firearms?
Don't do that.
You're shooting through sandbags, dude. He's in partial cover.
3. Firearms is 3 right now.
Yeah, it's fine.
So just roll 3?
That's what it should be. Whatever your total dice is, minus 3.
Okay, then 2. Yeah. Because my dex is 2, so. Let's do this, baby.
Come on.
Good money, good money.
1 success.
1 success. All right. So
All it takes 1 bullet. Poof.
yeah, so you level your Thompson, and you fire a clip or fire a burst round. By the way, if you want to fire single shot versus since this is a single shot or a burst round, as Thompsons are, if you want to do a burst round, you can add a die to it.
I probably would do a burst round to try to take the thing out.
Standard soldiers would do that.
Yeah.
You know.
Nope. Still just that 1 success.
All right, so you fire into the fray here, and you can see as several soldiers get down, knocking themselves prone into full cover. Ow! I don't know why they keep being Austrian.
Oh, their countries are right next to each other.
Yeah. No, we're getting overwhelmed. And you watch as the gentleman who has the spotlight, he basically dodges and tries to knock himself down, essentially hitting the dirt.
Okay.
All right, so he's prone. He's not going to be able to do anything with his spotlight this turn, which is good because he. Well, no, actually, now it moves to Hope.
So wait, is the light out?
It's not out. You did not. You did not. You shot at the guy and he went prone, but you did not fire out the light. Damn. Right. You fired at him and he went ting ting ting. And you can see that the guy who was maneuvering the light just hit the dirt. Oh.
I want to fire my fucking Panzer.
You want to get the Panzer?
Yeah, I want to get him. Yeah, I want to get
So
him.
you're right here right now.
Okay, is that in range?
It is in range, but you're going to be shooting through the chain link fence and through the
You
sandbar.
don't want to go where I went.
I want to go where my brother went.
Okay.
Brother.
Brother. 25.
Let me tell you something, brother.
Brotherhood.
Fire that Panzer in there.
This is a pack of brothers.
Yeah.
All right.
I like that. Pack of brothers.
That's what the campaign's called.
Oh.
Pack of brothers.
All right, Panzerfaust.
Yeah.
So into there, what is your target?
The highest concentration of humans.
All right. So we're gonna say right there.
I light the match on my furry skin on a patch that has been a little bit burned off. It's rough as fuck.
All right.
I light the match and I look at it and I say, "Do me right, right? Like a Panzer."
Yeah.
You light with a match, maybe? Is that how you
I
do
don't
it?
think you light a Panzer with it.
No.
Just a big old gun.
It's just got a big old shell and you
think
just
it's
pull
I
the
think it's just a
trigger.
pressure
And it
right?
just goes.
I lit a match.
It's not a musket.
Ceremonial match.
Yeah.
Ceremonial match, sure.
They didn't use muskets in World War
We
II.
all do.
So,
these.
Okay, so I with my enormous muscles and enormous male body, I hang on to my pants. Is it a
your
rifle
enormous man
situation?
hands.
You're
Well,
such a
what's a
man.
pants?
So we're gonna unlock some knowledge because it would be very natural to your character to be able to use it the correct way. You're going to lift it up onto your shoulder.
Okay.
You're gonna click open the sight from the top,
Where is the fuse?
and then you're gonna make sure the warhead's. Actually, in theory, you would place the warhead first. Then
Okay.
you would mount it onto your shoulders. You'd flip up the sight, and then you would launch.
Oh man, get it, girl.
Okay.
Roll dexterity and
Kaboom.
firearms.
Please blow up the gun.
And
This is actually the first time I've used firearms in this whole campaign so far.
that's gonna be great.
So I have, maybe.
So let's discover how good you are at firearms.
Let's see what happens.
Okay, so it's Dex.
Exciting.
It's what is it? Dex plus firearms?
Dex plus firearms.
God. Okay, so I have 1 in Dex, and I'm -1 for firearms.
Means you're rolling one.
So I will roll one more time. Come on, baby. I want to re-roll it. Can I re-roll it?
Yeah.
Reroll as many as you want. You get this bazooka to hit.
Come on.
Out of the bowl, Benny.
I agree.
Yeah.
Couldn't
Make this
she
bazooka
Bennies
hit.
were made just for this purpose.
Not in the first roll. She,
Not in the first roll, I've never shot
she has
again.
to unlock that knowledge.
She should have
within.
shot him.
I'm gonna.
Lock it.
I'm gypsy cursing or gypsy blessing my dice. My die.
Do it.
Oh, look, she's whispering sweet nothings.
No, 4 again.
Get
Again.
another one.
Benny,
Benny
Do we
again.
have any more?
We
Yeah, we
have
do.
a shot
No, this
with
is
this
part we
bazooka.
have to do.
do it.
No.
Don't stop till you get enough.
Don't stop.
yeah.
till you
Get
get
both.
enough.
Is this a Benny?
Stop. No, that means he's not a Benny.
Okay, let me roll a different die.
Do you want to put it in its box? Do you want to put it in the dead dice den? That should
Yeah, this piece of shit. Sure.
Put that in
Yeah,
the triple D.
and the triple D.
Give it.
Okay, come on. This time we got.
There we go.
There it is in the triple
How many more we
D.
got?
Again. How many more are in there?
I did throw the pink dice in there when we got a subscriber.
Yes.
There are 4 more. I'm
pivotal.
literally
pivotal.
rolling
This is
one.
pivotal. Okay.
This is pivotal.
One
Yeah,
more.
but we're also werewolves. Like we can
The
totally.
odds
Let's try one
increase.
more.
Okay, one more, and that's it.
Uh-oh.
Thank you, subscribers, for the bennies.
Pressure.
And it's gonna be you.
Someone
Green
subscribe,
die. God fucking
You rolled
damn
a
it.
4 on each one.
4,
Is it
4,
a
3,
All
4.
right.
All right, so here's what's gonna happen.
You only get
It's gonna
one
hit
shot
something.
With this, right?
It's gonna.
It is gonna hit something.
Yeah.
Kill someone.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
I think that, you know what, I'm okay with it. I think that's pretty characteristic for this aggressive, dumb person.
I'm gonna kill them all.
I'm gonna come on. Pew! It just fizzles out like a weird balloon.
Because you try to line it with the map.
Up to 4 away. And 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's gonna hit right in front of you.
Oh man. Oh man.
If I had another shot, I'd aim way higher than the floor.
Yeah, so right here it's 5, 10.
Am I gonna fucking get hurt?
Oh no.
Yeah, all 3 of you are gonna suffer from the explosion.
Ugh.
Make a everyone can make a dexterity, just a straight dexterity, just to see if they
Straight
can
dex.
avoid the damage.
Nope.
2 successes.
Good for you.
1 success.
Oh my gosh.
No
I didn't succeed.
successes.
0 successes!
All right, so 0.
2.
0 successes.
1.
Sorry, everybody.
I have 2.
Oh.
I should
gave
have.
one
I
of
should have at least fired 1 gun between now and.
As you pick up the Panzerfaust and you begin to sight it, the ricochet is so much, the kickback from the explosion is so big, you just throw yourself forward as the rocket zooms right in front of you, going only 20 feet, and explodes nearly to the side of.
I'm guessing we got a bigger gap
A
in that
giant
chain link
crater.
fence now, though.
Made a giant crater, everyone.
And you made a giant crater. So.
Oh my
gosh.
gosh, y'all.
This is not
No,
our,
guys,
our
we have
game
our own.
tonight.
We have our own foxhole now.
That's true.
That's true.
We can all
That's
take
World War
cover
I
in this
style.
foxhole that Becky made for us. Thank
That
you,
is
Becky.
very optimistic.
Yeah, you're Becky.
I know.
Making a big explosion and hitting. Well, it's the outer ring, so you're basically going to be taking. Everyone's going to take 2 lethal damage.
With my 2 successes?
Even with your 2 successes, boss.
Some bitch.
Actually, no, with your 2, anyone who got a success can take 1 lethal damage.
All right.
I replaced that, but anyone who got 0 has to take 2 since you're on the outer ring of the explosion.
am
So
I
you
doing
watch as this thing explodes and dirt flies in the air as you feel a shockwave knock all of you down to the ground, and you feel as rocks start to pelt you from the top of your head as you shake it off like dogs. And you look up and you can see the Germans are laughing at you.
Yeah. I kind of get up and I go.
Get out.
They also
I want to
can't-
do it again.
They also can't see us, though.
Oh, but they saw the explosion.
They saw
all
the
right.
explosion. They don't know what the fuck it was, though. Why are they laughing? They're like, hey, guys, that's a big-ass explosion close to where we are.
Right,
That's
so the last one we have on deck is Sam. Sam,
Come on, Winger.
aka wing.
So wait,
Get to see me.
Can I get any in firearms at all? Any knowledge?
You now can unlock a total of 3 in fire.
I'm running around the perimeter of this fence.
Now you can remember that, oh, yeah, that's right. Panzerfaust have kickback. I remember this now.
And other guns.
I'm running around the perimeter of this fence with my Bowie knife and silenced pistol.
Do you want to go inside the perimeter or outside the perimeter?
Just inside and around and along the perimeter.
Clockwise or counterclockwise?
Question.
This way?
Is it basically an
Counterclockwise?
even distance to that other machine gun?
It isn't exactly even distance.
Okay, then I'll go the left. I'll go left.
Right, so 1, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Are you doing full tilt run?
Yeah.
Won't be able to do an action if you do full tilt run.
Then no.
So you'll get about here before your time ends.
Okay.
Now make a dexterity and stealth to make sure that these guys don't see you along the way. Remember, you do have essence.
What was that?
You do have essence. Remember your rights and gifts.
Oh, yes.
This is not just a soldier's game anymore. This is part of death and destruction and fighting the death spirits and the Nazis.
Who is that?
This is me provoking you. Actually,
5 successes.
this is 5 successes.
Yes!
All right. So,
I did the moonwalk all the way over there and they just did not know.
That's great.
you want to paint the
Singing
picture in
Billie
my mind
Jean.
of you doing this so stealthily?
I put the Bowie knife in my mouth and I'm holding
That is hot.
the silenced pistol and I'm crouched down running just along the fence line in pure blackness because they can't see me, right? It's still the dead of night. And basically I guess I'm just hanging out right there.
Yeah, you're on it.
Yes, so
You're still in
But I still
mid-run
get an
though.
action though, right?
Do you have your
You get
have
an
a
action.
claymore? Did you take
I only
your-
took 1 claymore even though, right?
Took 1 claymore to go mount it before you were spotted.
Okay. Then,
And now they can't spot him for some reason.
how close am I to the spotlight and do I have a clear shot?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 30 feet away, and it's on the other side of the sandbar, which is about 4 feet tall.
So that is a no-go. And I'm about how far away from that machine gun?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 feet at this stage.
Okay.
You are a soldier.
Can I full tilt run all the way over to that machine gun?
You can, yeah.
But
5,
just
10,
like,
15,
I'm so
20.
stealthy, obviously, and so they don't know
We'll
that I'm
keep your
there.
same roll. So you basically did a full run all the way to the other side of that machine gun. And as you approached them,
They don't know this shit.
you were so fast, or at least you ran so quickly that you could hear, after the click, you could hear as the machine gun starts to pop, as you watch as sprays of dirt kind of jump in front of you, around you, and to the side of you as they're trying to get a mark on you, but you covered the distance between them so quickly that you got right on top of them before they even knew it.
Oh my gosh, you're the Flash.
Right. It was exactly a stellar flash move. Now we're gonna go back to our top here with our
Ivan!
soldiers. Yes.
Say it again.
A Keller flash move.
Keller.
Oh, boo!
Take a Benny.
Yeah!
Take a Benny for
Benny!
us.
Super meta.
Benny. I don't know why I'm still
Winger
rewarding you guys for
Sam
puns.
to Keller.
Yes, puns deserve reward.
That was brilliant.
What, puns are back on the table?
No puns are not back on the table. So you run up to the side of the dugout, and you're basically right on top of them for your next turn. We are back to a couple of our spotlights. The guy who was knocked down from your cover
my
fire
shot, yeah.
is now trying to get back up, and he's pulling the spotlight around. You can see as the beam hits over to the side of the darkness here and just starts panning wide all the way towards the side of the forest.
Fuck.
You can see the bright beam
Instinct was right.
cutting across the side. As you can see, as these gentlemen who saw the Keller flash run by attempt to take more shots.
You've got more explosives, right?
Oh, I have so many
Okay, great.
explosives.
Okay.
I have 3 more
Four.
claymore / fat lady or beard lady.
Great.
4, 5, damn.
And then more of the other one.
Keller, roll a dexterity check. I've got 5 on you, buddy.
Yeah, get that one. No.
Come on, Keller.
1 success.
All right, so you're gonna take 4
Take 4 what?
lethal damage.
Of what?
I'm dead.
4.
Oh wait a minute, no, you were stealthed, right?
I was so stealth. I rolled
That's right.
5.
You were still running around, so they're actually gonna be firing into here now. So with the light cover, they're gonna have.
Oh my
a little-
gosh!
Don't ever do that to me again.
It was scary.
I was so scared.
You would not bleed out. So as you watched as you ran by, you see these 2 gentlemen start to unload all of their magazines into the forest. Seeing where this explosion was, they're just spraying and praying everywhere. And for my 5,
I like that.
Spraying and praying.
okay, let's see.
The Nazis had no god.
All right, so you're gonna take 1 and you're gonna take 1.
Okay, I am almost dead.
2 of us.
A lethal?
Lethal.
I am almost dead.
You can always burn an essence to take a lethal down to a bashing. And you remove a bashing every round.
Oh, okay.
Did not know that.
Yes. So if you have any bashing, they should be gone.
Oh, okay. So
Okay.
I'll take that bashing away.
And if you have any, and remember, you're only dead if your lethals turn into aggravated damage. So that whole bar needs to fill up with asterisks.
Oh, I see. More.
Right. So it needs to be a 3rd line coming at the top of it for it to become
Okay.
aggravated damage. Well, and at least that's as far as you being dead. You are unconscious if
You take all lethal.
if you take all lethal.
Okay.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Okay. I'm not ready to die. Today is not that day.
It's not that day.
It's not that day.
That was scary. All right, so let's go into these 2. Then our 12 here is gonna start pulling out. I see he actually doesn't fire for some reason, and this guy is gonna start looking for our flash.
I need to roll initiative. Or Flash, why would he even know where I am?
Well, he saw something whiz by in the darkness. Yeah.
I'm stealth and he still sees something.
Yeah, he saw you, but you basically turned his head. He saw something around, but you watched as he basically did a full 180 around you as his head spins. And he's got his back turned towards you guys at the moment on his side of the sand pit. And now you can actually see that he's basically spun around with his back facing towards you now, and you can see him starting to pick up what appears to be a tap. And you can see that he's basically pulling up what seems to be like a giant radio phone. Not a radio phone, like a hardline phone.
Shit.
Whose turn is it?
It is now 999446778. You've got your 2 machine gunners who are now trying very hard to. One of them drops. He just literally drops because he was feeding bullets. He drops and he pulls out his Luger for his action and he attempts to shoot you for 1 hit. So your dodge would have to be into a place right now. So.
Come on.
But you watch as he pulls out a Luger and he starts to fire a couple shots. 9! As
What
he
am I doing?
fires into the blackness. Another dexterity.
Straight dex.
Straight dex. Gotta be quick here.
1,
2.
2 successes.
Leap out of the way. All right. As he basically pulls his gun, you're coming down, bearing with your knife on top of him.
Yes.
The other guy is also dropping the machine gun now that you're so close, and you can see he's reaching around for his MP5.
As I stab this one, I've got my
We haven't
silence.
stabbed him yet. Your knife is out.
Okay.
Yeah, and you're not next. It's now still going to be Jade, aka
Okay.
in her body right now. Mac.
All right. I'm gonna see if I can snipe the communications device.
This guy? All right.
Yeah.
Nice.
Take your shot.
Cool.
All right. So that's firearms plus what now? For my
Dex.
sniper. Plus.
And since you're doing the sniper rifle, well, no, it's actually there's no bonuses to actual weapons.
Okay.
You're just gonna be shooting.
I hope you make it. I hope you make it. I hope you make
Here we
it.
go.
Dice modifier for weapons?
Only 1 success.
All right. So You
Actually, just shoot the man using the kit.
Since he's in partial cover, you basically take your sight and you pull the trigger, and you watch as your bullet as it hits against the sandbag and sprays him with sand, and you watch as he ducks his head down and attempts to, and basically is prone for the moment with the phone still in his hand.
Yes.
But he
I'm
has
sick of this
he has
lollygagging.
fallen down prone onto the floor.
Okay.
Okay.
Now we
Okay.
go to Hal.
Okay, so the guy that was in my view, who stood up and started.
He got back up again.
Right.
To start moving the light.
Right. So I think I'd rather take aim at him.
Sure.
At this point.
That's perfectly fine.
Trying to shoot the light out. So I'm gonna open fire on that end.
All right. Do you want to do a full auto?
Yep.
All right, then +2.
Nice.
Woo!
Auto. All my.
Do it!
Ooh, 3 exploders.
Whoa!
Yeah.
So, whoa, 5 successes.
That's my brother.
Talk about spray and pray. He doesn't even need to pray.
Would you
I am God.
as you level your Thompson on top of him, you see him come back up. You take a perfect aim through it, and you can feel like the rage coursing through your face, and you issue a low growl and paint the picture of his demise for me, would you?
His demise!
That guy's so dead.
Well, he just with some sort of luck of the gods or the spirit world, my bullets actually go up the length of his body and end on his head as it explodes, and his brain his brain shoots out of his head but stays perfectly intact.
So you just a hole right
boom,
through.
boom, boom, up his body, hits his head, the brain just perfectly shoots out in fully intact, and then splats onto the very light that he was.
Oh
It just
no!
like sizzles.
So gore spreads across the side of the spotlight, as you can see, almost as it falls across his face, the beam of light piercing through the hole that you created with your gun, as he falls, and the blood streak as he falls to the floor.
Gross.
You hear one of them go, "No, Fritz! They got Fritz!" As
Fritz.
you hear as one of them starts to scramble over towards the light to take his place. Now we go to Hope.
Hope. All right. So yeah, I fired that thing in a pit that I created, and I shake my fur. Am I a werewolf, or am I human? Am I human?
You're in human form at this point.
You're in human form. Everyone's in human form until they tell me otherwise.
Wait, what?
Okay. So
Are you wishing to go into Dalu or Ushul?
yeah, I'm sick of this. I can't do. My panzer's worthless at this point. I'll get some more ammo later, but I thirst for blood, and the moon. It's a new moon. You said last time it was a new moon.
Yeah, it is a new moon.
Sliver, and I love it. Diet moon.
As a Rahu, you would want the full moon.
Oh, okay. Well,
But as an Araka moon, this is still perfectly fine.
Okay.
So, are you shifting into Ushul, which is the near wolf form?
Yes, I do.
Great. It will take a full action for you to turn, but you can still move and use your action to change.
Okay, so I
Near
get
wolf or
up.
near-
I get up from the pit that I fall in my. Sorry.
Near wolf or near human? Near wolf, if you see the picture slightly, it basically you become four-legged and you run into full form. It is.
Do I still get to be cool?
I mean, you're pretty awesome.
Do I get to choose? I get to choose, right?
Hey, Hope, I will tell you that Ushul form, as you can see as a reference here, it does induce lunacy, and observers have a -2 die to their willpower roll to resist. And when you attack, you do inflict lethal damage. you will probably not be able to hold a gun. Your manipulation skills are at a -3. So you trying to fire anything or using any weapons or anything?
Well, I think I don't mind that because I just failed miserably, and I'm probably like F weapons for now.
That's fair.
So that's fine. Let's just give it a shot because I probably also can't really control it, right? I'll probably be like, I want to shift, but I might have jumped a little bit too
Well, then
far.
tell me how you're compelled to shift.
Okay, so I get up from the pit that I've dug myself into, and I get up and I shake my manly hair, and I shake the sand off, and I go, that was awesome. But enough of these ranged weapons. I need blood on my tongue and in my teeth and on my lips. I need skin and flesh in my claws.
Right.
And I.
You start to run.
I start
and
to
you
run.
forward, and as you run forward, you feel as your body starts to shift and morph, and your arms get longer, and you watch as your face grows into a full snout. As slowly from 2 legs, you turn into 4 legs, and you leap over the sandbag right into the center of both of the soldiers.
God damn, that's cool!
Full Ushul form.
Yeah, Urshel.
Ushul form.
Herschel, did I do that?
Say it with me, Hope. Ushul.
Urshel.
Ushul form. All right. And they all see if they go into lunacy or not.
If they do.
Yeah.
One holds his shit. Really holds his shit. That's 2 exploding. And the other one.
You've seen him before.
I have dogs at home.
I pet dogs like you.
German shepherds.
Yeah.
So, as you were running forward into full tilt and springing onto the form, you can hear as you land amongst the pit, unable to fully attack, but definitely taking one down prone with you.
Oh, cool.
As you leap on top of him. You can hear as this gentleman off to the side, the father goes, "Nein, it's the Ivory Claws! They are testing us! Kill him!"
Who?
Ivory Claws, they're testing us.
And you can see as now,
Right?
as each one of them
No to that.
Ivory.
It's a Nazi thing.
God damn.
now we go to Sam, all the way on the other side with his knife and Bowie.
I got my Bowie knife out and my silenced pistol.
Yeah, both. Well, you had your Bowie knife in your teeth, you told me. If you're gonna draw your silenced pistol, now would be the time to do it.
Okay.
It's quick action.
Got my silenced pistol out. And I grabbed the knife from my mouth. And that guy's right in front of me, right?
Right in front of you. He's on the edge of the dugout.
This Bowie knife is going to go
The trench.
into his throat.
Oh,
Right.
yeah, baby.
Strength.
Yes.
As
Plus-
I use his shoulder to steady my pistol and shoot the motherfucker behind him.
Okay. Well, with 2 actions like that, I'm gonna take a hat off of Outbreak and Dead Second Edition's thing, and I'm just gonna remove 1 die from your total roll. And if you succeed, I'll let you do both.
So we're doing firearms.
So still firearms and or no, in this case with your Bowie knife, you're gonna be doing strength plus weaponry.
Okay. I can get on board with that.
What you got, dude? Oh, yeah, nice. Nice.
What does that give you a total pool of? Oh my, I think we got another.
That's what the subscriber sound is?
Oh no, it isn't, I guess. I thought it was.
Oh, it was a resub.
All right.
What are we listening to, by the way?
We are listening to my thematic power music.
2
That is
successes.
2 successes. Great.
Mixtape?
That is it is my Pack of Brothers mixtape. Yes. So you take your knife and you press it into the side, trying to get up to his jaw, and you can feel as the knife purses through his lips. And this may be a bit graphic for all of you at home, so close your ears if you want. But you can feel as the knife purses through his upper jaw into his mouth as he grasps both of your hands, and he screams as he has managed to get your knife into his mouth, but not through his actual
Dude.
face.
That guy's badass.
And he watches you hear him breathing as you can watch the blood like dripping down your knife as you're trying very hard to finish the kill, but he is resisting you with both of his hands as much as he can.
All right. Well, then I
That's terrible.
Do I get the second action?
No, that's it for you.
Okay.
Right?
That's pretty cool, though.
That's
Thank
back
you
to
so
the
much.
top then for everybody. You took this man out. This
That's
guy is
cool,
coming
bro.
to it.
You guys are the guy whose brain.
Hey, Mac, that means
that?
a lot.
You take out the guy whose brain we took.
Yep, that was
That's him?
that was our spotlight holder right here. And now one is pinned
Super dead.
by Hope currently, but the other one turns and just full bores fires into Hope right there.
Oh no!
Point blank range as she's leaping on top of this creature. But only take 1 lethal damage.
Son of a...
Great. Okay.
Then we have the man who currently has a knife in his throat.
That
In
dummy.
his jaw.
Is it his turn? What is he gonna try to do?
He's at the 11 at
What
the
could he
moment.
possibly do? He's got both of his hands being used right now.
So he slowly takes your hands and you watch as you can see he's a big man. He's like 6'2". He clearly was like one of the poster boys for the Aryan race. Like bulging muscles, short hair with a wisp of blonde. And you can watch him as he like just breathing takes the knife out from his jaw and pulls it out and slowly starts to turn it towards your chest instead. As you guys are now battling with the Bowie knife.
Whoa.
Hand in hand. This is how now he's trying to press it into you instead. And then we go to
Okay. All right. Okay.
Jade.
All right. Okay. First of all, have I ever heard anything, or can I use encyclopedic knowledge or anything to figure out what the ivory claws are?
If you feel that's the time to do this, then go ahead.
Would that be my only action for this turn?
You'd have to search your brain, yeah. This would be time for you to sit and consider.
All right, this is probably not the best time to sit and think.
I wouldn't suggest that.
It is your choice, though.
Right. Thank you.
Yeah, there's no wrong answers
There's
here.
no wrong
We're in a safe space.
Safe space,
But I
safe
would
space.
suggest maybe you not do that.
All right,
It's up to you.
if I snipe, I'm only getting 1 chance to hit. If I use my automatic, I could potentially hit multiple people, yes?
Well, they're both relatively the same. It depends if you want bonuses for fully automatic or not.
No, I mean, sniping's what I do.
There's
so
no
I guess.
bonus for a sniper rifle?
There isn't any bonuses, particularly for sniper rifle, mostly because it's also the dark. And I'm not giving you any bonuses because normally you would have bonuses, but I'm negating them because of the environmental factors. You're sniping at 3 o'clock in the morning
That's a good point.
Right. Okay.
with ambient light.
Our biggest threat right now
That's great.
is probably the guy fighting Winger, right?
The guy that's fighting Winger
I'm
Or
not
the
worried
guy-
about him.
over here, because Hope's, aka Friday, currently has a gentleman who is unleashing hell.
All right,
yeah,
let
it's got a
me
lethal damage.
snipe
I'm
that
still
dude.
fighting.
I'm gonna take out the dude hitting Friday.
All right.
Come on. All right, 2 successes.
2 successes.
Yep,
All right. With I'm sorry, with the sniper rifle.
with the sniper. Yep.
So you level and you can see from the muzzle flash of him just unloading his MP5 into Hope. You can
Nope.
see the muzzle.
No, sir.
Cool.
As you watch as your bullet, cacao,
Yes!
just slaps across him, and you can see as a spray of blood as he falls down to the ground screaming. "Ah!" As you can see, he is not dead, but he is keening over, blood spraying out from the open and exit wound that you've created.
That'll show you to hurt my friends.
Yeah!
And it accentuates with a loud metallic ping as it echoes off of the side of the AA gun. So
Beautiful.
he is down and out for the count, if not still alive.
Way to go.
Thanks, man.
Nailed it.
All right.
Literally.
Which
literally.
leaves us to the Bowie knife guy, and then our machine gunner, who is going to be unloading his MP5 into Keller.
Because mine did
We're
not.
trying to.
Yeah, he's gonna shoot his own dude. He's in between me and that machine gunner.
Right. So
Use his body like a shield.
I use his
right?
body as a shield.
use his body as a shield.
Yes, and that guy unloads it into that guy like a moron.
All right. So just make a wits plus dexterity check to see if you can pull that off.
Come on! That'd be so cool!
Wits plus dexterity? Hell, I don't even need another die.
Oh!
What do I get?
9, yeah, that is.
Okay.
2 successes.
2 successes. So as you're feeling this knife come, you pivot your body ever so slightly and watch as a my sound effects are lackluster today, but as
You're killing it.
as it rides up his chest, and you can feel as bashing, like as a couple of low velocity bullets bash into you, take 2 bashing damage.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, but then
Gosh.
the gentleman who is in front of you
Equals 1
falls down to his death, Bowie knife in hand,
That's what I would do.
as he is still holding on to it as tight as he possibly can.
The knife?
Yes.
After he's been shot
Yeah, he's got a death grip on it.
on the knife? Okay, here's the knife. I'm gonna shoot you in the gut with this silent
Well,
pistol. I have,
you're
right?
done, so now it goes to Hope.
That's my action. I didn't even do anything.
You didn't do anything yet because it's not your turn yet.
Oh, so that was just
That was done
his
to you.
turn.
side
But
thing?
Keller,
that
mark,
was his
mark
turn.
just one slash
Oh no!
of bashing
Oh, okay.
because each.
Hope went. It's now
It's very confusing.
Hal's turn.
Yeah,
Hal's 7.
I was 7, I think. Yeah.
Yes,
okay.
Hal is 7.
So
But mark it as bashing because each round a bashing gets taken away.
Okay.
right.
I kind of chuckled to myself as I see the next guy get up to man the light in the
Yeah.
exact same position as the last guy that I just took out.
Flattered.
So I'm just gonna shoot at it, the new guy.
All right.
He's in the same
Megan,
exact
your
perfect
job
spot.
is.
Okay.
How many have we killed thus far?
Oh yes.
1 exploder,
3, 4, incapacitated 1.
3 successes.
3 successes.
Yeah.
I got 7 more.
Not knowing what's going on, he just is just riddled with bullets. He cries again, "Ah!" and
Nice.
falls down to the ground, also incapacitated for the moment, not realizing that he just rushed into a dead man's kill zone.
I say under my breath, that's how we do it in Brooklyn.
Yes, sucker.
And that feels right.
Yeah. For some reason.
So at this point, you can start to hear the buzzing of planes.
No, no,
planes.
no.
Aw,
We're so
man.
close, y'all. We're
Aw,
so close.
We
man.
are close.
Now,
we are
so
close.
close.
can you refresh my memory on? Are we supposed to give a signal
Yes,
to the
good
other
question.
guys?
No,
or
they
are
were just
gonna
doing
blow
it.
up?
They were doing it concurrently to us.
But we haven't
For
heard other
air guns 2 and
explosions,
3.
right?
What-
You want to try to remember this very pivotal information.
I remember that they were supposed to do it for it. They were supposed to do it concurrently.
Okay.
But we haven't heard any other explosions. So.
You haven't heard any
No.
explosions so far.
So that would mean 3 of these guns are still up. God damn it.
Well, I can't do shit until it's my turn.
All right, so you can start to hear the sounds of planes buzzing as you see. You don't see anything yet. You just hear the sounds, and you can start to hear a siren start to wail. Woo! As the air raid alarms start going off inside of Wilhelmshaven.
Bad bears.
Wilhelmshaven sign. I know I'm screwing that up.
Wilhelmshavenstein?
Wilhelmshaven. Wilhelmshaven.
Yeah, Wilhelmshaven.
Wilhelmshaven.
Williamsburg.
So as the air siren raids start to go off in Wilhelmshaven, we are continuing. I believe it's now Hope and Sam, or
Okay.
Friday and Winger. Thank you. To keep track of.
So this guy's been stabbed through the jaw and shot multiple times, but he's still not
He's
letting
dead.
up. He's dead now?
Fallen down to the floor in his.
Thank the Lord. What I do is shoot the guy with the machine gun with my shotgun. Go ahead and take that.
So for a quick
fucker
action, you're
out.
gonna drop your pistol and mount your
Quick
siren.
action, yeah.
Okay.
Just real fast. Blast him away.
Dexterity plus firearms, please.
I can't believe I can't freaking.
you can hear as one explosion goes off.
Okay.
Three successes.
3 successes. All right, so paint me the picture of his demise as you whip out your pistol and fire into this man who has currently shot his own friend with his Thompson or with his MP5.
He's weeping. He feels terrible. And I'm like, that's what you get, motherfucker. And I hold it up sideways and give him a kill shot right to the forehead as I lick the blood off of my Bowie knife. That was
intense.
just in that other guy. And then I go and man his machine gun.
Okay, great. So you move over to the machine gun.
And now I'm just gonna pick off mother effers that are trying to hurt my friends.
All right. So you're now taking a hold of the tripod-mounted machine gun. And
then like, ba-na-na-na, that song starts playing.
Hope.
What I'm going to do is use my iron rending and attack the AA gun with my teeth.
Christ, great. Iron rending.
So iron rending, I tap into a source of strength that is older than all the works of man. It infuses a werewolf's claws with such destructive power that iron, steel, and concrete cannot withstand his or her might. A character with this gift can tear apart steel like cardboard.
So claws, not teeth.
But I do have to make a roll for it.
Go for it then.
It's strengths and crafts and glory. So I don't have any crafts, so that's actually -3. But
That's -3 for strength.
No, for crafts, because I don't have that. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Crafts.
You just like carry around popsicle sticks and a hot glue gun.
1, 2. Okay, so that's my strength, and then -3 for crafts, and then but plus glory, which is +2. Okay, I'm attacking the gun.
All right, rend into it in your Ushula form. Did you give yourself the strength +2 bonus?
Yes, I did add my strength +2.
Great.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
Roll again.
Do it.
Use a Benny.
Use a Benny.
How many total dice are you using?
5.
5.
I think I can do it. I think I can do it. And
Come on.
And if I fail, well, this will be interesting, right?
I like it.
You just see a wolf like with its maw on the air gun. Okay.
Well, it's claws anyway.
Oh, claws anyway.
That'd be hell on fillings.
Okay, that's a fail.
To fail? No successes?
None.
Really?
None. So, may I or do you want to do it?
Do I die? I don't die.
No.
Oh, okay.
Do you want to? Do you want to?
Oh, man,
do you want to tell
bye.
me? Do you want to? Do you want to paint this picture of
Okay,
your
wait,
failure?
tell me, hold on, because this is actually very
Die.
interesting. What is the difference between a failure and a dramatic failure? Because this could actually be very bad.
Dramatic failure would be something that isn't, you not only didn't do well, but you did so poorly that you potentially hurt the group or yourself. in the
Okay,
meantime.
so that is what I'm wondering. Is 0 success a dramatic failure?
No, a dramatic failure would be that if your die pool is reduced to 0, and you still fail. All right. So if you had like, if
Okay,
you're,
so that's good.
Yes.
So that didn't happen, but okay. So I pounced on this guy, and I don't even care. I'm like, you're not my target in my wolf brain, and I bound over to the airstrike gun, and I take one look at it, and my claws wrap around it, and my teeth wrap around it, and I take a bite, and I'm just like clawing and scratching, and it hurts my fingernails. If I were human, it would hurt, but I'm not, and I just go and go and go and go and go.
You're kind of like a dog in a door right now.
Or a cat on a scratcher. I look ridiculous, but I know this is the right thing to do. Even my feet are going for the iron and concrete at the bottom. I make some very cute, adorable scratches on this gun, and maybe the Nazis look at me a little like, yeah, a little confused.
Probably a little terrified, right?
You're on a gun, kicking and scratching and doing nothing to it.
That's okay. I'll do it next time.
And did you spend your essence?
For what?
You'll need to spend an essence in order to ignite a gift like that.
Okay, where's the
Even
essence?
if it didn't work.
even if it didn't work. Just like just like mana, you use it. All right, so that would put us back at the top here, as as Hope, aka Friday, is just ripping this thing or attempting to ripping this thing apart. The gentleman who was leapt up from the top of turn from the bottom. He attempts to lift up and he turns around and he goes, "Kill the beast! Kill the beast before the bombers come!" And he turns around, he's scrambling for his Thompson or his MP5 wherever he can possibly find it, and he's still looking around but can't seem to get a grasp on it. And then that moves to the gentleman with the comms, who you watch as he puts the phone down and he starts grabbing his gun and he pulls back the bolt and he attempts to fire onto Friday, who's on the gun at the moment. And you're gonna take 2 more lethal damage, Hope.
Oh man.
You're good.
Right. Now, you should all be cleared 1 bashing at this point at least, if not 2, from your previous rounds. That would be everybody.
Have 2.
What now?
You should have 1 or 2 bashing cleared up at this point. So it's now going to be you, sir. Mr. Hal.
Okay, so the guy that you still have him on the board.
He is, but he's no longer in the fight.
So he's on probably
bleeding out from the bullet wounds, screaming and crying.
I'm going to
like that guy.
Switch into Garu form and enter the battle. Enter the melee.
You're gonna put your gun down in what?
And switch into Garu form.
You're going full Garu?
I'm going full Garu.
Right. Okay.
That's the whole
So, and you're getting into the fray?
Yep.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You're gonna be right on top of him as you change.
Great.
Would you
Like to run him
elaborate
from limb to limb? Yes.
to elaborate on your change for me? No, to change into Garu form is gonna take a full action.
Okay.
But do you want to elaborate on your change to me as you run through the forest and over
Yes.
the sandbags?
I run like the T-1000 in Terminator 2, but with every step, hair starts to sprout, my face starts to change, and by the time I get to my victim, I'm in full Garu form, right on top of him, ready to strike.
All right, and he slowly, like in the looming of the darkness, because it's still night, and with the buzzing of the planes overhead, he hears this snarling behind him as he turns around and sees a giant lumbering. What does your fur look like? What does your character look like in human now? In full
it's just
Garu
full
form.
black
Black
fur.
You watch as a giant form is looming over with claws, and you just smell urine as he is clearly pissed himself, and it just makes you want to rend him. As I have to roll for lunacy on him again.
I mean,
It says it induces full lunacy.
Yeah. Yup.
I'm talking about.
You also resist death rage potentially. Oh yeah, he went crazy. So he starts to curl up into a fetal position as he pulls his gun out. His single
man.
oh my gosh, I'm losing the name of all my guns today. This is why I have a reference sheet.
M5.
Not M5, no, it's just his pistol. It's his not his Mauser, his
Luger.
I'm gonna get so ripped apart for this.
Pea shooter.
Not his Walther, that's
Noisy cricket.
that's a German gun. Shooter? Or it's an American
German,
gun.
right?
This is so important to me. I need to know. Luger. Thank you.
Oh, he said Luger.
He said Luger. I thought
Yeah.
you said something else. I thought you said
You should get a
Walther.
Benny for
I
that.
said cougar.
So as he pulls out his Luger, and it was shaking, trembling hand is trying to decide to either to put it into his mouth or point it at you.
Wow. That's
That'd be
messed
awesome
up.
if I induced suicide. I
Right.
induced Nazi suicide. That's what I'm talking
We're
about.
now at
Deuce Nazi Suicide. That's a good
Nice.
band name.
We're now
INS.
to you, sir.
Me?
Yes.
I am currently
Sam.
manning a mounted machine gun, and
Right.
I'm gonna open fire.
At what targets?
There's only a bunch in the middle, right?
Well, there is currently Hope sitting on top of the AA gun. There is the one that he is standing right behind, and then there are two here. One is down on the ground bleeding, and one is currently looking to operate his machine gun. Or his machine gun.
I'd like to shoot that guy then.
This
the
one?
guy with the machine gun, yes.
All right. Unload.
Is he the one next to the light?
He's not the one next to the light. He's the one on the other end of the light.
Okay.
So go ahead and do dexterity plus firearms. Take +2 dice for doing full auto.
Yeah, dude.
Okay. 5, 6, 7. And plus dexterity, you said?
Dex plus firearm.
Dex plus firearm +2 for full auto.
Get it. Is that every dice we have?
It's just about.
Oh yeah!
There's one.
Two.
I think that's it.
Dose. That's respectable.
2.
Okay, so you
100.
unload your machine gun, and watch as he ducks down, but not before taking a solid shot inside of his shoulder. As he comes down to the ground, whimpering. You got 2 successes, right?
Yes.
Okay, and the one of the guys that was down on the ground is dead.
Good. Bye.
He was already on the ground, and you finished him off.
Burn in hell, scum.
All right.
And I'm like, Wolverines.
So you can hear as small gunfire starts to pop off, or small gunfire and the sounds of as you watch as pellets start to erupt in the midnight sky as you see one single beam of light trailing across the nighttime sky, trying to pick out allied planes.
So one of them
So
is
the
still
other
going.
people haven't taken out the entire base yet.
Well, they got one, but maybe
But they
not
got one,
the
not
other.
the other.
You
Yeah.
can see as bombs start to fall in the midst of the light, and you can hear as explosions, like the sounds of thunder, boom, boom, as the sky erupts in flames, as you can see as a slow glow of orange starts to illuminate the horizon above the tree line.
Dang.
There is only one gentleman left, and it is the one currently facing you.
Oh wait, I can go, right?
Yeah, you can. He goes first, then it's Hal, and then it's you.
No. Hector and I have the same initiative number.
Oh, this is your second time on the gun, right?
Yeah.
So this is your second time on the
Right.
gun.
Oh my gosh, I did.
And I'm at the front. I haven't gone in a while. I don't know when it's my turn yet.
Yeah, she's 13.
You're 13. You should have gone before everybody. So let's have you go now.
All right.
Awesome. I'd
You're
like.
so over here in the sides.
I
I'm
know.
really sorry about that.
That's all right.
Okay.
I'm gonna snipe the guy I have the clear shot at.
Snipe it. Snipe it.
Clear shot at this guy right
Yeah.
behind.
Mm-hmm.
All right, go for it.
Kill him. In the.
You're going to be basically looking through the side of your giant friend in Garou form presently.
4 successes.
Oh, damn!
Yes.
Right.
Mac on fire.
Paint the
Mac
picture of
attack.
his demise for me.
Attack.
This is what
Big
Mac
Mac.
does.
Keep going.
So as I'm back behind my sniper, really taking my time with this shot because my shots haven't been as awesome as they usually are. I feel like I'm not performing my full capability. I line it up in my sight, right between the eyes, and then I take that shot. And for a second, it looks like he's got a third eye, which is pretty cool. But then it goes right through, and he drops.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
And
I'd say that third eye is blind.
Oh!
and then something interesting
no.
happens. Something very interesting happens. Al, you look at your sister, currently in Ushul form, and you can see her trying to rend this thing apart, and you watch as your prey falls like a sack of weight in front of you. you're not done. You don't feel done. In fact, you're just getting started. And you look straight at the other turned, and there is nothing other than desire to want to like just leap on top of her and start rending her as much as you can. So,
Wait.
I want to attack her.
hear me out. You're gonna have to roll a willpower. And in fact, fails most mental and social rolls. So take your primal urge, whatever that current is, roll that many die plus your composure.
Oh, please help.
And if you get a success, you can hold it back.
Oh,
now,
man.
Sorry, I don't know what my. Oh wait.
primal rage. Now, here's the deal,
Primal
guys.
urge.
I want to remind you of this beyond your bennies. I feel like this is something that, if it wasn't communicated to you before, I apologize. You can spend willpower to get bonus 3 dice whenever you want.
Oh, damn.
Willpower is something that comes back when you deal with either your virtue or your vice.
Okay.
It is an expendable resource. It is different than your essence, which is something that has to do with the spirit world. Okay?
Cool.
Cool.
And when you say deal with your virtue or your vice, how specifically?
If you fulfill your vice, you get 1 willpower back. But if you can fulfill your virtue, you get them all back. All right? Oftentimes, it has to be you actually have to go out of your way to fulfill one or the other.
Okay.
All right? That's something that you also have to, because I'm not keeping track of your virtues and your vice as much as I can or should. So you need to help me with that as you go about it. It's part of your storytelling.
Okay. But and I can spend willpower to get 3 more.
You can also, at this point, hope, if you want, depending on how this pans out. You can shift into Garou form yourself. You'll get a health bonus. And depending on who succeeds, you know, you're not going to kill each other, but you're definitely going to fight it out.
Okay. No, I don't want to shift.
Well, we'll find out yet.
I'm going to spend 1 willpower to make sure that I resist this.
Okay.
You know what? At least it's attack me. I thought he was going to jump on me and you were going in a different direction.
I also thought it was going.
So did I. I was
To be
like,
perfectly
whoa.
honest.
Not quite there.
This is not much of a relief, but a
NC-17
little
here.
bit of a relief.
Just in Game of Thrones, guys.
Yeah.
Game of wolves.
Game of wolves. Game. Please have succeeded.
1 success with an exploder. So hang on.
1 success with an exploder.
2 success. And now that one exploded. Can I roll that again?
Yeah.
Go,
Yeah.
don't
So
stop
2 successes.
till you get enough.
So 2 successes.
2 successes.
Yeah.
All right, you managed to hold control as you look. As since it's 2 rounds, that's as much as you can be in Garou form because that's equal to your primal urge. You can start to feel your body shift back into
Human.
hissue.
Yeah.
Hissue. Yeah.
Was close.
Back to form. But for a moment there, Hal, the blood lust was not quenched.
Can I enlarge?
And you had a memory. It was an interesting memory. A memory coming back in which this isn't maybe the first time that's happened. In which maybe you and the Friday person that they are representing, that maybe this isn't the first scuffle that you've both had in Garou form.
Ooh.
And maybe it was something that was not a forced, but it was a legitimate choice. This is something that just happened over, who knows? That part isn't clear, but you do remember fighting them in full Garou form, ripping at each other, tearing fur and flesh away.
I would like to pose a quandary. Do clothes stretch in this world?
That is
How much spandex we got on?
that is a problem because yes,
Damn.
they do not stretch,
Okay.
and you are
So we got some naked people.
you've got
I've
some,
been naked
you've got-
for a good long while.
Oh right,
well,
blood.
no, it's
Last time.
Yeah, well, mostly yours is filled with a lots of bleeding wounds from all the gunfire that you've taken.
Nothing new.
But the Garou form is definitely going to rip everything apart, but the Ushul form is a size 1, not a size 2, so you would have ripped lots of things, but not everything.
And I ripped
Oh,
everything.
my pants.
That's what I
This is
did.
embarrassing.
Can I try to once more Iron Rend?
Yeah.
Okay, then one more question then. I didn't fill out essence. I was looking through here. I cannot figure out how to find how many essence I have.
You have your total harmony for your starting essence. So in that case, you would have 7.
Then I can do it. And this is 5 more, and this time I'm gonna do it actually.
Yeah, you're gonna do it. You're gonna just for the sheer purposes of wanting to rend this thing apart. You're gonna do it.
1 success.
All right. So you start to. Well, why don't you tell me?
Okay, so this time it gives. Last time was a little bit tough, but my claws have turned a version of adamantine for once in my effing life. And as I gnaw on the top, it feels like a burger. It just crumbles and kind of falls, and then I go nuts, and my claws have ripped and grabbed some of like the bottom, like at the middle, and I pull through, and it's like butter. It's like I'm just cutting.
You see as
bread.
these just deep gashes just start to come across of it. How do you react to that look? That who you know as Hope as your brother.
So in the middle of all of this. I look over at my brother, and he's coming for me, and I am absolutely terrified. I'm about to turn tail and run. That I've seen that look in Lorenzo before, and I don't want I don't want to ever equate that look with my brother. So as he looks at me with complete rage and hate and aggression, the gun doesn't matter anymore.
You finished ripping it, but then you freeze as you see your brother's look in your eye that reminds you of a darker part of your past, and you go limp from the emotion coming through you that just loses everything in this current objective. But you look to still see as you shift back into Hushu form. You look to see the giant gashes of what you've just done in front of you, and it is oddly satisfying. But at the same time, you start to wonder, why? I mean, this reminder of your past that is staring at you.
As I'm thinking of these questions, I take my claws, which are a little longer at this point, and I'm thinking, and I'm just kind of just poking through the concrete and pondering, why is this happening? I'm just a ukulele player. And then I just flick it off and another gash appears, and it's like nothing. And that's what I think.
Right. Well,
Can the gun be destroyed?
The gun is absolutely destroyed. And
I imagined it was built up like this, like very vertical.
It's very vertical, yeah. In fact, it was tilted in full rise to accept the guns, but you can still hear as the pellets of anti-aircraft fire still coming across the sky, and you can see a couple of planes currently coming down as they have currently taken incoming fire, but what's more prevalent...
There's one
gun left?
One gun left?
Yes. Okay. Presumably there's at least one spotlight in the sky. And what you can see more prominently than anything is the orange horizon that is across the tree line. That you can't see the city, but it probably doesn't look very good right now.
Yeah, not very good.
That's
you
good
hear
for
the
us.
brush.
We want them to be fine.
You hear the rustle of brush start to shh, 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 as it's presumably somebody is coming. What would you like to do?
I'm still manning that machine gun, waiting to see who's about to come out.
From which direction do we hear something coming?
From where you originally came from.
From the
so
woods?
where I still am.
Oh, no, I apologize. Not from quite there. Really, Hector.
Whoa.
Whoa, twice now.
Good lord.
Look, it's not just you, Keller. You were literally sitting in his seat.
That's a good point.
You were sitting right there, and you guys are you look exactly like.
Good point.
Sam, you hear sounds coming from this side of the bush closest towards you.
I hear sounds.
You hear the sounds
No
of
one else can?
jungle and forest permeating. No, these two very much still can because it is still very, their senses are still so
Well-
attuned.
Okay. Well, I flip that machine gun around.
All right.
And I want to shift
Direction of
back
where
into
that's
human.
coming from.
All right. You shift back into Hushul. Everyone's back in human form again.
What about you? Do you want to?
I
You
have
already
to.
were.
I am.
And I just yell, "Look alive!"
All right. You watch as a man emerges from the forest panting. No, don't shoot. It's me.
Who's me?
Capital of Germany.
Who sent you?
I'm not a crowd. It is,
State your purpose.
it's Private Manchester, sir.
Ooh, that's American if I ever heard it.
Sure is.
We just wanted to let you know that we took one of the AA complexes, but the other troop was caught by surprise. I'm sure you've seen now, but we had to retreat from that position.
So then they're all destroyed now, yeah?
We still have one.
No,
still
still one left. Well, we gotta regroup and go get that last one.
Sir, the planes have already done their bombing run. I think we've done everything we can.
They lost 2 planes.
Well, we did lose. It looks like we lost a few planes. Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
Would we say this bombing mission was a success or a failure?
Sir, that's way above my pay grade. But I'll tell you what,
Have you
we
heard
sure
news?
gave those other krauts over at the other station a real beating.
Nice.
But sir, I think we've been getting some of the chatter with one of our comms guys. We think they know we're here. Well, what are your orders?
We have people meeting up north already, right?
Yeah, we need to go. Yeah, we need to go to
We need to head
Wilhelm.
north and head to Wilhelmsburg.
We need to go to Wilhelmshaven, but our
Wilhelmshaven.
instructions were to ditch the rest of them.
Yeah.
So maybe let's give them something to do.
You guys man these guns. Like, just kind of make sure nobody gets after them.
Sir, even with the crowds coming?
Well, they
Is there a
can't
way to
go
get out of here by ship?
Do you have a place to meet up with other people?
Sir, Willingham has the full orders, but he was killed in the last engagement. We are told that we're supposed to escort you to at least this stage, but then we have to default to your orders. So we don't know where to go right now.
Well,
I said we just bring them along.
yeah, I think we can do that.
Okay, huddle real quick because Wilhelmshaven isn't just for us in this world. Remember, Wilhelmshaven is a powerful spiritual force. Do you remember that? The spirit demons.
We're supposed to meet with someone for intel. Like, I don't think this is a bring an army mission.
But what are we supposed
else
to
are we
do with
gonna
them?
do
But
Hey, we got another army coming after them.
there's an
currently.
enormous wrath spirit up there. That wrath spirit would kill everybody. Do you remember that?
Yes, but I don't know what to tell these men.
Do we know from searching in the backlogs of the bodies we're in, if there's any place that any of our armies are stationed near here?
Yeah, is there a base nearby?
Well, this is pre-Normandy, so you
so there's nothing. We're strictly in enemy territory.
You're just on the other side of enemy lines. So there's a couple ways. Well, I'm not going to lead you. You guys have to choose
I think we bring them
these
with
lives.
us. Let's bring
We
them with
said
us.
to choose what to do with them, but we don't know our options.
What about the
What would
ships?
what would your characters do? What would not only
We
just
want them to
hope-
stay safe. We want to get rid of them.
Either
Also,
we leave
though.
them. We leave them for the Germans, or we take them with us. We're effing badasses. Maybe we've got a better chance protecting them than them by themselves.
I say we'll find something to do. We'll find something for them to do between now and Wilhelmshaven.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just bring them with us for now. And
Yeah.
then even if we have to have them wait on
Ditch
the
them later
outskirts.
on. It's a little safer.
Private, you're a private or a lieutenant?
Yeah, private first class.
Me too.
Your orders are to follow us.
All right, shall I round out the rest of the squad?
Round them
sir?
up.
Yes, round up everybody. We roll
We're all
out
gonna
in
die.
15 minutes.
We're gonna kill them all.
No, we're not. Wait.
The death and wrath spirits.
We'll get them. We'll send them running.
Yeah, there'll be another use for them before we get there. I feel confident
find
in that.
something,
If not, maybe we send them to Wilhelmshaven.
We can get them to set up defenses
find
in
people,
Wilhelmshaven.
Something. We can't just leave them here as bait.
They could build a perimeter around Wilhelmshaven.
Real quick, Manchester.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Trains.
What do you want to do?
Right now in the. Ooh, I'm sorry, sir. I don't understand your meaning.
Okay, sir.
Private's taking liberty.
Just like, if...
May both be privates, but she's in an elite squad.
Oh, yeah. Cool. Just what, if you had your druthers, what would you druther do?
Well, sir, my pa owns a wheat farm back in Kansas, and well, I guess I just go back there and man the farm.
That's adorable. In the meantime,
I guess.
in the meantime, as the corporal, can I order you to get some of these folks some new clothes? They've been through it.
Yes, sir. We'll go and see if there's extra uniforms.
Thank you.
You guys have been through. Is that blood on you?
A few.
A few
Man, looks like you gave the crowd some bad time. Well, I'll go drive up what's the rest of the squad, sir. So it takes a little bit before he goes
I'm
back.
the only one who hasn't changed, so I'm the only one who still has clothes on.
Yeah, I'm
In
fine. I'm walking around
retroaction,
half
look,
naked.
when I was in Urshul form, I added 3 health because I did that. But I took an extra lethal damage, so now I am 1 over lethal damage than
When you reverted to his shoe form, you would
to human form.
pass out.
Okay,
unconscious.
then I'm unconscious.
So you would pass out into be unconscious. And again, after, I think it's something, because every round you get a bashing, and I believe it's not every hour, it's actually every 15 minutes you would get to get a lethal back. So it's been 15 minutes. That would allow you to get rid of a lethal. Everyone can take off a lethal
But
right
I'm
now.
still unconscious because I had 1 over my.
Woo! Take
So
it
you're
off the lethal.
You're still unconscious.
That's dead.
In that circumstances, Manchester would probably just assume you were one of the fallen.
Okay.
You know, and wouldn't have done anything more than that.
Will my med kit help speed anything up?
Well, you haven't really had a chance to examine your med kit too much. Do you want to take some time with it while you wait for everyone to come back?
Absolutely.
Troops have left, so at least that.
Well, they're coming back though, right? He went to go get them.
He went to go get them.
Yeah, so while we're waiting for them, I'd like to examine my med kit.
Right. Let me go through. How about the rest of you?
I would like
recall
to
it has proof.
scope out the area, loot these bodies, see what they've got.
Okay.
I'm also going to walk around and try to check out the equipment that's around here, see if there's anything salvageable that we can use.
All right. So you wanted to go. You basically are going to go scavenge, loot, and look for stuff.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm looking for like comms equipment, that kind of stuff.
Got it. Okay. And hope you're KO. Well, after about 15 minutes, you're gonna get up with a single lethal taken down.
Okay.
And in those 15 minutes, you're gonna start scavenging. You're obviously finding a lot of
Ammunition.
Nazi gear, ammunition. You know, German hand grenades.
Look for some
MP5s,
Panzer shells.
You know, let's see if there's any Panzer shells there.
Just stocking up on
Thanks,
everything.
brother.
No, well, actually, there's an exploding right there. Let's see. Oh, another exploding.
Good lord. A whole mess of them.
So definitely not.
I find nothing. I just find a bunch of random.
No, you definitely find. In fact, if anything, it's just machine gun ammo and MP5s.
Okay.
Damn. Let's see. Looking for some very specific. So there is a fetish. There is a fetish that is that totem that you have. So there is the bone knife, which has the serpent on the top of it, and you are starting to recall that is for piercing the veil.
Okay.
You can use that knife to pierce the veil.
Metal.
You also recall the wolfsbane, which you're starting to remember is if you ground it up into a powder and blow it into someone who is in Garu form, it will revert them immediately to his shoe form. Right? It can be something that can be helpful. It would have been very good if you were in Garu form and you had potentially started attacking Hope. Also, those are the herbs that you have. There is a totem that I believe you took as part of your character as well, too, right?
Yeah, I took that as a merit, but
Well, that would still be a totem.
yeah.
It would still be a physical item that would be part of it. So what was your totem that you decided to take?
I didn't get that far.
Okay.
Or is that one I can make up, or are there different ones to pick?
If you would like to discuss with me the totem that you wish and which spirit you would like to bind it to, I'm happy to have that discussion with you.
I would love to hear that discussion.
Should we talk about that right now, or is
Talk
it
about
better
that with your character. Yeah, if you want. I mean, if you want to dig through your,
I want to hear how this happens.
you want to dig through your med kit a little bit, then yeah, explain it.
Okay, let's keep digging.
If I wake up, I'm immediately gonna ask Jade or Mac. What happened? What? He was more of a man wolf, and I was more of a wolf. Do you know why you're not here. Why my brother would look at me like that? Like he wanted to attack the hell out of me?
Would I know this between intelligence, occult, encyclopedic knowledge?
I don't think you should look at the stats. I think you should look at your heart and what your character would think. I think you should make a decision.
Oh, what my character would think.
Your character. What would Jade, who is currently in the body of this man, Mac?
Right.
Mac.
What would they think?
It's gotta be the beast taking over. There's no way that your brother would come after you like that. It's gotta be something we don't understand about these transformations yet.
Do you think I'm a burden to him?
No, not at all.
No way.
So
We all care about you.
In different ways, though.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't. I don't
Did
want.
I go too far?
I didn't mean.
Is that too much?
your totem, I think, would be
Sorry
to
about
invoke that serpent spirit.
It's
I
good.
was just like feeling. I thought it was a
You
moment.
can use
No, it
it
was
to-
definitely a moment, but I'm a big strong man.
Seems appropriate.
I am too.
Okay,
I'm also a big strong man.
big strong man.
So actually, that's what I would
You're
do.
both
Well,
big strong men,
first of all-
Becky.
Oh.
Okay?
It's Friday. Remember that. Don't call me Becky.
Pretty sure it's Tuesday.
Oh, come on.
So, Hal, you managed to dig through this mysterious med kit that Spino has had for a bit, and beyond the veil-piercing knife and the totem that calls, one would say probably your familiar. I say that. That's my code for familiar.
Snake spirit.
The wolf spirit, or the wolf's bane is pretty much the only other thing that you carry. I will allow you to make a decision on whether or not you want to have silver with you or not. Now, normally in this world, and especially in the world of werewolves, a person of a clan carrying silver would be equivalent of blasphemy.
Right.
Right? Because wolves fighting wolves are, with silver, is just a bad way to go. It's not honorable. But you need to make a decision on whether or not Spino would be an honorable werewolf or not, or if he'd be a man to get the job done.
I would say he probably wouldn't think that he would encounter other werewolves in this particular mission,
Right?
so he would not bring it with him.
Right. So you would have no silver.
But let me ask you this.
Wait, actually, now you're starting to recall. No, you're actually, because you're dealing with spirits, there is a good chance you would run into other werewolves. This is definitely something that's starting to recall in here. This is, no, you would definitely run into werewolves or not. It's just dependent on how you would want to deal with them.
Right. I don't think Spino would go that dirty route.
Great. Okay. Then your harmony can stay pure.
Ooh, pure of heart.
But let me ask you this. I recall there being potions in there.
Yeah, there was some simple liquids that you could be used for rituals, primarily used in exacting the totems.
Okay, but nothing that would like heal.
You don't need to particularly. You can exact a rite of expedited healing, but that may or may not be a gift in which you chose to took.
Right. Yeah, I didn't choose that. So.
You're starting to remember that there isn't anything that is like, that isn't like, you're all such expedited healers anyway that this world doesn't really contain things that, like health potions, that really allow that kind of expedited healing. You can put up a ward that allows that kind of thing, but that is about as far as you can go.
Pretty cool.
I didn't take that though. So. Okay.
Right.
You know what? I would like to call the snake creature though.
You want to set the totem up?
Yeah, because he wanted
Oh yeah.
he wanted death spirits,
All right.
and there's a bunch of dead bodies around.
All right. So you set up the totem, and you take out the appropriate liquids, and it's like muscle memory to you. You pull out a wooden bowl, and you start to move the liquid around. As you start to blow onto it, around the totem, it starts to mist, and you smudge the area around the totem. As you watch as the totem, which is a serpent-like body, strapped to a long pole and has its wings curled around its body, top to bottom, kind of like a sensual pose. As you watch as the wooden figure starts to come to life, as it uncoils. Spino!
Oh, I hate this guy.
He's drunk.
You're back! How are you?
I've been better, but look around.
Yes! You've done well to feed the death spirits in this area. Have you pierced the veil yet to see what you've done?
And actually, one of the gifts I picked was 2 world eyes. So
Eyes.
Great.
So which means you can shift. You have to
Yeah.
spend an essence for that? Do you recall?
let me check.
That
Two
was-
world eyes! Shoot!
2 world eyes allows him to stay in the material realm while still looking inside of the 2 world eyes. Technology. I don't feel like I have the gifts here in the so I'll go to gifts. 102 to 147.
Okay. Oh.
Do you have the page number there?
Yeah. 104.
104. I'll find it for you. This is why we write down our reference numbers. 2 world eyes. Wits plus occult plus wisdom. It costs nothing. You do not have to spend an essence for it.
Right.
You can just see everything.
Great.
Wow, look at that thing you can do.
Spino.
Person.
Information is it that you require? My patience grows thin.
I summoned you to repay your debt. You wanted death spirits. Here's death.
What? Are you just newly changed? How can I claim that you've killed a death spirit when you're still here in the material plane?
I didn't say I killed a death spirit.
Clearly you have not. So you've summoned me. Clearly you want information, or else you wouldn't have. What do you need to know, and when will I see my revenge?
What is in Wilmshaven?
A bunch of stupid humans.
Is that it?
So helpful.
Now more than ever, there seems to be wrath and death spread around while those tiny little hope creatures flutter around. Always I've seen them popping up. But the great death spirit continues to grow as more and more bodies are consumed.
And that's what you want to eat?
Yes.
You want to eat the big death spirit?
I know he's too big for me. That would be pleasant, but
What if you like cut him up?
If you eat the entire thing, we'll give it to you for free.
well, that would be glorious.
You can get all your
I
little
can
snake
finally
buddies.
rise above into my greater form.
That sounds like bad news.
Yeah, he wanted.
I wanna give that to him.
He wanted us to like take him to a concentration camp or something, right?
Right, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No, those silly camps. Only hope spirits lie in there, pandering around, waiting for something to happen, not
Do you
doing
want us to-
anything on their own.
Where do you want to
You want
go?
us to cross the plains?
Planes, no, I want death spirits. I want their heads, I want their souls.
really big.
I want their essence.
So
We'll give you as many as you want.
medium-sized.
Just tell us
We're looking at moderate.
Death spirits.
how to get them.
You silly dogs. What? You kill spirits by going to the spirit world and rending them limb to limb.
How do we get to the spirit world?
Oh my god! How stupid are all of you!
Apparently pretty, okay? Talk to us second grade level.
Happened to you?
I shot a panzer into the dirt.
You two are some of the greatest hunters I've ever seen. How do you think you managed to bind me to your stupid little totem? I was great once, you know, before you four found me.
Yeah, before we did that thing that we did. Tell us about it.
Terrible.
Tell us about that crazy thing we did to you that made you so mad.
Such a place of my own glory. You see, had been dallying around this one, who's so full of wrath and hatred. She could not control her own skin. Her Garu form was brilliant. She could find such hatred in anything she found.
You hear that? Brilliant.
Brilliant. So brilliantly hateful.
You, Spino, you had to do something about it. You had to bind me to this silly totem after such a battle to bring me down from the level that I once was. And now I'm back in the most piddly form, providing you a pigeon for your information. Now you've promised me death, and I can only go back to what I once was. And I am bound to your will until I am either released or you die. Both are completely acceptable.
I don't think either is going to happen. You have such a terrible attitude.
Yeah.
You have a stuck-up face.
Oh.
That means nothing to me. We can put you back in that
Means
little
everything,
knife
you
anytime
filthy
we want.
dog.
Okay. Break it up.
I'm not gonna-
Winger, to be fair, you do have a stuck-up face.
I can't help it. It's stuck up. I
Oh.
tried pulling it down.
All right, guys, we got some Vilmshaven to get to.
Let's go to the...
Wait, how do we
Can
get
you
to the
take us to
spirit
the
world?
spirit
He never
world?
told us. He just
Yeah.
called me an idiot
Come on,
multiple
just pretend
times.
just pretend, like maybe we don't remember how or something. Just, humor me.
Give me that knife.
That knife. That knife is how it is. You pierce the veil.
Do it.
Pour your essence into the knife, and you split it like a cloth from top to bottom, and that allows you all to walk through into the next plane.
That was pretty easy to
Your
say, wasn't
world will become no more to you.
Okay.
it? It'll come no more,
All right, but I
then
don't think we
it
should
will.
do that right now. I think we got a mission to do.
Wait, can we re-pierce a veil and then go back through though?
The knife is meant, it will be bound to your forms, but clearly you don't remember. Or something's going on. This is weird. I will have to
You're
say.
telling me.
Do I know anything about this? Like, would I just know anything about
Yeah,
it?
can we have revelations or something?
Oh, and if you'd like, just to make it a little bit easier, when you
Yeah.
want to address me and not the spirit or
Yeah.
character else, just address me by my name so
Ivan.
to bring it out.
Cool.
Yeah.
What's this?
So it's intelligence and what?
You haven't asked its name yet. What's that? You do an intelligence plus occult at this stage.
Intelligence plus
All right.
occult.
I'm gonna try to do just to remember.
Well, I'm gonna ask his name. What's your name, Totem?
Speak now.
2 successes.
Speak, spirit.
2 successes.
How dare you insult me by forgetting my name?
Sorry.
I haven't always been known as Kishima.
Kishima.
I am the spirit of ancient past. The wrath of the ancients that were in your South America
were once mine. I once ruled them as a god. Before you brought me to this pitiful fall, I was creation. I was destruction. I was the thing that brought them creation.
So we know all the information we need. We can shut him up now.
Yeah, I think we should shut him up. I knocked the thing over.
You watch as it like he just dissipates into nothing as this.
Oh, God, I thought he'd never shut up.
You took down a god.
Yeah, whatever. You know.
That's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
Huh?
So what do you try to remember?
I wish I remembered new.
I'm trying to remember if I know how, once we've pierced the veil and gotten to the spirit world, if we would know how to get back.
You remember presumably because this is. You have this distinct memory. There's not this fear that's associated with going into the veil. In fact, if anything, it's a very homely feeling being inside of there.
Okay.
In particular, you know that getting through the veil is, you don't even need the knife.
Oh.
You could very easily shift your form. It takes a full action as long as you can find the place in which the veil is thin.
Got it.
The knife is a very rare and ancient artifact that cuts the veil. Instead of having to use essence,
Got it.
you have to use essence to pour through it. He just needs to use essence to use the knife and cut
And then
it.
we can all just walk through
So there's
it.
a memory of you guys escaping some very harrowing situations using this knife, whether to just cut and jump through the veil and cut back out.
Cool.
Because normally you would only be able to do it by shifting your form using essence where the veil is thinnest. And that's also where essence tends to flow. They call them loci. And they tend to be great places of great spiritual power.
Okay.
So there is a way to get back?
Yeah. We could just use essence to get back.
We can just re-pierce the veil, go back the other way we came.
One more time.
So if we wanted to get back, we could just use our essence to get back, or he could
Only if you're in a
reuse.
place in which it is the veil is thin.
But either way, we can use the
Shift
knife.
through. But the knife, yes, you can
Yeah.
you can cut anywhere.
Okay, so we can go back and forth safely.
Is time
reasonably.
the same in
Time
the other
is
plane?
the same.
Okay. Let's pop over there for 5 minutes. Let this guy have the death that he wants. But also, do we want him to regain that form? He's kind of being an asshole.
He wanted
about
to
it.
get the death spirits from in Wilmshaven.
Yeah. So let's go to Wilmshaven and then figure it
he
out.
said it was
I feel like this is a side thing. Like, let's just not like
Side.
Not
A side not quest?
I feel like that's not a part of our main mission.
main quest line.
Now. Let's not break the fourth wall, ladies and gentlemen. That's not the point. I am not just a creature with a exclamation point on top of it.
I feel like, screw this dude. We obviously captured him at some other point. Well, let's go to Wilmshaven, do what we got to do.
I'm on board with
Then we'll cut the veil, see if there's any spirits we can feed him.
There might
Sounds
be.
great.
There might also be some overlap, but I
Are
think
these
what
troops
Wilmshaven-
back yet?
I mean,
Sorry. Are the troops back yet?
Yeah, sorry, if I'm just say Ivan, if you
Ivan.
need my attention. What's up?
Ivan. Are the troops back yet?
Once you're dead, that's back.
Excellent cue. You see as not Willinger, but Manchester starts to rush back with the now very reduced squad.
How many are we talking?
Well, we had half a squad each, right? 12 and 12.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Now you have 12.
Oh.
Okay.
I look over at Spino and I go, "Hey Hal, we cool?"
Yeah, we're cool. That was just like other stuff. Ain't got nothing to do with me or you. That's like this other thing, like these bodies we're in, I think. Plus the werewolf bodies. I mean, it's like, there's so many levels. I can't, don't worry about it. We're fine. I mean, if anything, it was maybe like, remember that time when I was like 6 years old and you took my ice cream cone? Maybe I had a little bit.
I can't believe you're bringing that up again.
Hey,
I can't believe it.
That was
I've
my
forgotten all
favorite
about
flavor.
that. I
It was
swear
my
to God.
favorite flavor.
That's
You
what this
took
is
it.
about.
You
That's
took it
what
from
this
me.
is about.
Okay?
Hey, you guys getting into ice cream cones again? Again?
I'm not apologizing for this. I didn't even start it.
I mean, maybe there was like a little bit of that in there, but most of it, I think it was like the werewolf thing.
I was 2 years younger than you. Of course I wanted ice cream. You had it.
It was my favorite flight.
Hey,
All right.
we're gonna go ahead and move out.
Woo!
We're gonna go ahead and head on
Before we
out.
move out, when I was searching, did I find any radar equipment or anything like that?
Thank you for reminding me. The comms equipment that one of the soldiers was using is currently live and active, and you can hear chatter coming from the other side.
Okay, so I want to grab that.
It is hard-lined, just so you know.
Oh. So there's no like walkies or radar stuff that we could take with us.
This wouldn't be a place for that. And
What are they
any
saying?
establishment needs to. It pretty much is like telegraphed in. So.
Okay, so then I guess we'll just listen for a little bit and see if we can hear anything of interest.
So while these two are bantering about ice cream, you
Yep.
wanted to come in and.
Totes. Yep.
Right. So roll intelligence plus knowledge. Or
Plus academics.
Thank you.
0 successes.
It's Morse code, and you can't even begin to decipher some of it.
Okay, well,
And it's not. And a lot of it is
German
is-
Morse code.
got it.
It's not even coming in, and plus on top of all of that, it's coded.
It's coded in Enigma, so we're not there.
Nice, nice.
What happened?
Wrapped in a riddle.
Hot
Boom. No
Surrounded by
Turing
a
machine
puzzle.
here.
JavaScript.
So as you guys
C++.
start to take your
Computer.
group, because I'm assuming you're leading your squad through the forest to Wilmshaven.
Yes.
Yes.
Move out.
We all
As you get
march.
closer, you break through the tree lines after about another half-mile march. The sun is starting to rise as it's piercing over the horizon, or at least you thought the sun was starting to rise.
What?
But as you get closer, you realize that orange glow that you associated with
Oh,
the
no.
morning rays of the
This is
sun
good news.
is actually the orange glow of fires.
Wilmshaven's burning.
As you
We
get
nailed
closer,
it.
you can see the buildings are burning and smell the crisp wood and heat as you see villagers are continuing to run away from the flames.
We were supposed to meet with an intel dude before that happened.
You can barely make out the shapes of Nazi soldiers escorting people out of their homes and taking them to buildings not yet damaged by the raids or underground.
So we should stay.
Several concrete structures along the port do seem damaged, but many are barely touched. Wilmshaven is a port town in which you see several concrete bunkers laid out that potentially are storing U-boats that have meters and meters thick concrete protecting them. And those seem to be the most undamaged buildings currently in place. What a lot of the damage is currently homes, residential areas, people who seem to be dealing with the fire. You can also see the trails of smokes as a couple of crashed sites are currently scattered around the landscape as well.
Do I remember any more information about where we're supposed to meet this person?
Roll intelligence plus Arcana, get a +1 for your new body.
Ew, so body.
There's no Arcana.
Arcana. Academics.
Okay, intelligence and academics.
Intelligence and academics.
1.
One.
Yeah.
One success.
Something starts to clip in your brain, a vision, a sight. It's an old man who seems to be sitting with a long gray beard. You can see that he's in half form, in
Near human, near wolf, wolfman.
near human form, which is Dalu.
Daru.
Dalu sits in front of you, and you can feel a sort of reverence for him, and you realize now that he's your pack leader, as you can recall a memory of him speaking to you,
Whoa.
talking to
Do I
you.
remember his name?
What's that?
Do I remember his name?
Remember his name.
Okay.
But he's an old gray form who seems to be looking at you, and you have this feeling as your character as Winger is looking at him, this like fatherly respect for him. You look at him not only as just like a grandfather figure, but as someone close in reverence, almost a father wolf himself. And he is speaking to you in a very soft, soothing voice. Red Eye.
look at me, my son. You know what you must do. The ivory claws are inside of Wilhelmsburg.
Inside what?
Inside of Germany. And this is more than just a war between humans and other humans. This is a great war of spirits, and we must do our parts as pack hunters. You see, I am getting old, and I am unable to carry on the legacy that I am bestowing upon you Red Eye. You must make sure that this great spirit, this creation born from man's evil, this Kalikma, cannot grow into the form that it must be. This war has done more for werewolves and for our kind, and I smell death even now this far across the seas in that terrible place. He's been awoken, and the Ivory Claws wish to see him just to spite the Great Father. Once, and I've told you this story before, Father Wolf protected all of the world. Pangea, it was at the time. And he made sure that everything was in balance. Nothing is in balance now. Everything is torn apart. Man is fighting man, but more violently than ever with their weapons and their mass destruction. They don't care for life. They don't respect prey the way we do. And even though we aren't abiding by the new rules and we've been cast aside, it is you who must go and find a way to make sure that the Ivory Claws do not bring this creature into being. And he begins to tell you about a figure inside of Wilmshaven who is a contact, who is one of your distant pack members. He is also a ghost wolf. And he has been operating inside of Germany as a double agent to learn more about how the Ivory Claws have penetrated into Nazi Germany. You don't know in what form or how or what they've done yet, but presumably these, and you're starting to remember now, these are the pure. These are creatures who have forsaken Father Wolf and will do anything they can to spite his name because they feel abandoned. They're like lonely children. They were cast aside, and now they just wish to feed anarchy and chaos into the world as much as they possibly can. And you start to remember and feel this righteousness to your job of what you've done. You've killed thousands in this body, but you've done it all in the name of balance. And that resonates with you more than anything. How does Sam feel about that?
Fairly heavy, but he's also rather hardened already. So, comes as a shock, but only in that he didn't know anything already. And it just fills him with a sense of purpose.
Purpose. Like you've got a goal.
Yes.
Right? It does feel like a goal. Feels like something important. It also, you also, if I may be so bold, ask yourself why. Like, why are you cut out to do this job when whoever was in this body before, presumably, Winger. Why isn't Winger doing this? Why are you doing this? And there's a part of you that asks that question and wants to know. All right, Wilmshaven is in front of you.
Wow.
The fires are burning. You now know the contact as Nastasha Kippenberger.
And you said this Nastasha used to be a pack member of ours?
She is a ghost wolf.
We don't know. All we know she's in this village.
It's all you know. You don't know what she looks like. You don't know how to find her, except
Can we sense
Or smell.
fellow packmates?
that is probably a possibility. You can certainly distinguish smell, that's for sure. You're definitely not smelling her from this distance with the fire and the wood and the flames and the fear all filling your nostrils at the moment.
But there's Nazi soldiers in this town,
Absolutely.
so it is dangerous business walking through that front door. No.
Do we assume that Sam has shared this intel with everyone, or not?
Sam.
Not yet. Okay.
I relay all of
He
this
flashes.
information.
Okay.
I fill you guys in completely on everything that I remembered.
I remember Father
Just
Wolf.
Yes, Father Wolf.
This-
it's not Father Wolf. It's
This is your pack leader.
Yes.
Father Wolf is like your deity.
Yeah, he's like a god. Oh.
He is the creature that the Primarchs basically brought down when he again got too old to balance the world. And as wolves do, they take down the old for a new alpha to rise. But instead of a single alpha, the clans were divided. Yeah.
yeah. All right, I relay that information. I tell you that we have to go find Kippenberger inside of this village somewhere, and we have to be stealthy about it because there are a mess of Nazis in there.
Okay.
And apparently the Ivory Claws think she's working with them.
Oh yes, Ivory Claws. They're in Germany. They've infiltrated Germany.
They're a big clan, the Ivory Claws. And
They're our
vicious.
counter clan.
They're very mean.
And they think that Nastasha is working with them?
They don't know much about Nastasha.
Oh, they don't. What is she a double
She
agent
could have
for? then?
infiltrated them. She's a double agent for the U.S. or for Germany.
Oh, I see. I see.
Oh,
I see.
okay.
So she's essentially, I'm saying she'd be a double agent for the Allies because she's secretly trying to play Germany against her, but in the form of a double agent, she's convincing Germany that she's a spy against the U.S. when she's really a spy for the U.S.
Is there any way to sneak into this town?
Well, it is a town, and it doesn't have a wall. You could presumably go down the hillside and go straight into the walls itself.
Would we be able to use, say, something like subterfuge to blend into the crowd and just look like a normal townsperson?
Well, that would be great if you weren't all wearing U.S. Marine uniforms. And you also have a squad of 12 behind you as well.
Right. I think we should post them up in a somewhat hidden area.
Just right here in the tree line?
Yeah. Set up a perimeter.
Then the four of us head in?
All right. So as you begin to walk down into the tree line, you see as Private First Class Manchester comes back to you and goes, "Sirs, well, what should we do here? What's your orders? Currently, it looks like Wilmshaven's is under fire. I mean, look at what we did. We were to kick those Nazi asses today, didn't we?"
There you go. Don't get too excited. We've got more work to do.
Right. So, well, shit, Cap, what should we do?
Squad, we want you to stay here.
What if we secure the town? How
There's
long
a
would
lot of
that take?
Nazis in there.
How many Nazis are in this town? A lot?
You saw several as they were escorting through, but it would be very hard to presume a count at the moment with this much fire.
And we only got 12 dudes plus us.
True. But it's also us.
Well, let's at least check it out. Get
Okay,
these guys.
scope it out. Yep, good idea.
Okay. So, all right, sir. So, you just want us to stay here in the tree line? All right.
Be ready.
Be
Alert.
ready.
Stay quiet and out of sight.
All right, sir. Well, how should we know to come back in contact with you?
We'll come get you.
You'll come get us.
Wait here till we come back.
What happens if any Nazis come to us?
Well, kill them.
Fucking kill him.
As quietly as you can, though. Don't draw attention to this section unneeded.
You'll knife them. rough them up a little bit.
All right, we can do that. Also, sir, we took some prisoners at the camp emplacement. What would you like us to do with?
We would like their clothes. That's what we would like.
Why didn't you tell us about that?
Damn, yes, give.
We would like their uniforms, please.
Please.
All right.
How many we got?
Were they with us the whole time?
What's that?
Sorry, Manchester. Were these guys with us the whole time? Did you have prisoners with us under our noses?
You didn't tell us.
Sir, no. We just happened to secure a couple of wounded.
Manchester, you fucking with me right now.
Where are these?
No, sir. I presumably not wish to fuck with you. But I will.
You should be offended.
I will tell you that we've got a couple of these krauts all hogtied back over in one of these AA camps.
How many we got?
Well, we've got 4 of them, but they're pretty roughed up, sir.
I don't need them. We need the clothes.
Yeah, we just need their clothes.
So,
strip them naked and bring us their clothes.
All right, sir. Well, subterfuge is as subterfuge does, as they say back in my town.
Oh man, your town needs a new motto.
Is it?
Hurry up and go get those damn clothes.
The town sounds like it's about to attack itself.
Your town is weird
It's a
as
pretty
hell.
messed up town, I'll tell you.
I guess so.
We ain't very good at being good to each other. That's why I joined the army.
Opposite of loyal, that town.
So he comes back
I don't
with
trust you anymore,
several
Manchester.
bloodied uniforms. Only one of them really looks good enough to pass off as
Oh man.
Well,
How about
the
their
rest of us
ranks?
can
Like,
just
what
be
are their-
injured German soldiers.
ranks.
Yeah, what are their ranks?
Good question.
Very good question. We can always ask.
Hard to tell. Actually, you would be right to do some wits plus, not wits plus composure, this would be intelligence plus academics.
Intelligence plus
Because you
academics.
need to identify German insignia, and maybe that's inherent in your character's knowledge, but not offhand.
2 successes.
1 success for me.
No,
Right, so the one that's clean is what would be the German equivalent of a lieutenant,
Okay.
right?
Who speaks the best German here?
Well, that's a great question.
I'm
You
full
all
of it.
look to me. Who speaks the best German in your group?
Ivan.
I speak great German.
Well, then, currently Winger speaks the best German.
Hey.
Yeah.
Winger, you take the lieutenant uniform. We'll be your grunts. Anybody ask questions, you answer.
Winger's also the sneakiest out of all of us as far as we know, so he may not even need the German.
I don't.
All right. So, Winger, you're done. You're done in the Nazi uniform?
Yep. Should I
We'll
go in
take the
alone?
bloody ones. We'll just look like we're wounded or something. We've been in battle. We're bloody. It happens.
In battle.
It happens.
It's a good point.
We could always go in and say we need new uniforms. It's been a
That's
rough.
another good point. I could just go kill a few people, just get their uniform.
I mean,
Do that.
that was the option
I
before
could just
we
go
had
murder them and get some
prisoners.
uniform.
Just murder them cleanly, okay? No blood on the.
The Bowie
You
knife.
three are wearing the bloodies, and
Yep.
you're wearing the clean.
Yeah.
Fairly clean.
Yeah, and it's a little weird size for you.
Like a glove.
Yeah, it's all right.
Do I look like a little baby in lederhosen holding a balloon?
No, you've got
it's such a little baby.
the one that you had is the big guy that Keller like.
Oh.
Yeah.
So there's
The
blood.
So
Dolph
it's
Lundgren.
just blood all down the front. Oh no!
It's pretty gory looking.
Wow.
Like the Grudge.
Wouldn't anyone just be like, you should have seen the other guy?
That
Oh,
Or
damn.
thus should have
Yeah.
seen the
But
other
in a
guy.
German accent, yeah. In German, say you should have seen the other guy.
Right.
You gonna
You
tell
should
her
have seen
how
the
to say
other
that?
individuals who I had combat with.
Yeah, through the magic of the fact that I know German, I tell you how to say you should have seen the other guy.
Just so that you should have seen the other guy.
Should have seen the other guy.
He was so bloody. It was
There
like
was so much blood.
so much blood.
He's dead.
Like a meatpacking plant, you know? Jokes!
Fertig mit Schnitzel.
Sie stoßen den Ankündigung haben.
Ja.
Best I got because Google. Stein stoßen des Ankündigung haben.
sounds good to me.
Then stop it at unser ganze Ögengarten.
Ich mochte der
I'm
Toilette
sorry to all
gehen.
of the
All right.
German viewers out there who are currently watching this show. So you come down
Guys.
and you begin to go through into the outskirts of the town, right?
Yes.
Is that what I'm presuming?
We're deciding to split up.
No.
No.
All of us in bloody uniforms. Is that what we want to do?
Yeah.
You're coming through the main
That's
road,
awesome.
which looks a little bit like this.
You guys act way more tired than you are.
You've got a
Okay.
you've got a spillway that's kind of leading across with a bridge.
Ivan,
Yes.
how much more healed are we now?
Oh geez.
Much time has gone by?
I would presume at least half an hour.
So take off 2 more.
2 lethals. Yeah.
That makes me feel better.
See, some of you are actually still quite bloody. You know.
That works out. Then now we don't look so suspicious. Like you guys look so healthy, just with a bunch of blood on you.
All right. Spino.
No, okay. Maybe
Friday.
Okay, thanks.
The 2 of you are going to carry you as if you were unconscious.
All right.
No one will bother us if we are carrying an unconscious body.
Good idea.
We're gonna speed through. So if you guys are cool with that idea.
Close your
I like
eyes.
that a lot.
All right.
You're dead.
I'm playing possum.
Playing possum.
All right, great. Is that actually? I think there's actually a gift called playing possum. Does any of you have that?
I don't have it.
That
I
is
could have had
amazing,
it,
yeah.
but I
That's
dropped the
good.
ball on that.
No, I have persuasion and subterfuge though. If either of those apply here.
True.
Let's see what happens. So you get to the gate and you can see that there is a roadway leading into town with a bridge that is currently crossing over the delta and into the main town. So there's 2 guards manning it with a guard post. So there is a guardhouse like this. It has a gate.
Oh, the guy here.
Hello! Willkommen!
And you see as one of them stops, it goes, halt and without having to speak actual German on the show, says, "Yeah, stop. Show your papers, please. We've currently under siege."
I have papers in my pocket,
Okay.
right?
Yeah, you've got papers. You've got your ID.
Hell yeah.
Your ID at least. So paper. So how would you like to show me your ID?
I flip it very quickly. We are in a hurry. This man is in trouble. He's hurt.
Sir. All right.
Just point us through the medical tent.
Fine. How is anything wrong with the AA guns? We've got the reception saying that the Allies are currently attacking up in the AA guns.
They've taken out 2 of them.
Taking out 2 of them.
Yes.
Oh, 9. That's not good. That is why we've got.
That is a medical tent.
All right. You watch as they part as you start to stroll through in the midst of the town and goes, "Sir, what should we do about the AA guns? You in the guardhouse, get on the phone. Try to call up reinforcements. We have to get them up into the hill line."
Yeah, those idiots.
You see as he gets on the phone.
Get everybody onto those AA guns.
Yeah, but would that be in the direction of the guys we just told to hang out up there?
Absolutely.
But they're hiding in the
They're
woods.
hiding.
They'll know to get out of the way.
All right. So you watch as the guy gets on the phone, taps the phone a few times, and then starts speaking in rapid German into the phone as you walk your way into the midst of town. As you begin going through. Excuse me. I have fancy paper.
Whoa.
Oh.
For your next area.
Back.
There it is.
Is that it?
Average modern streetscapes.
Oh, neato.
My sweet, sweet preparation.
So.
Oh, look. That's a shame. So as you go through into the main line, you get to the crossroad of an intersection. Here's your group. We're just going to represent that at the moment. And you get to the middle, you can see burning buildings all around you.
Does anything strike my memory from that vision that I had?
No, nothing.
Nothing. So we come to a fork in the road, you said?
Come into essentially a 4-way stop. And several of these buildings
Are
are
on
on
fire.
fire. And you can see, and there's a park here which trees are burning. and you can see as people are running, as Nazis are currently escorting groups of people out from the flames. As you can see, debris and rubbish scattered everywhere, and it's chaos.
Is there anything distinguishing to my left in front of me or to my right?
To the left,
any landmarks?
The left of you is the docks and the ocean, and to the north of you is more of kind of the upper city district. To the right of you is inland downtown, to where most of it, because you kind of came along the waterfront from the southern end of town. So
where should we go? Where should we go?
I think the dock. I think the docks.
The docks.
I think if I was Nastasha, those are the people I'd get in bed with.
I'm sniffing around as I'm unconscious.
Make a strength plus or not strength, perception plus primal urge.
Primal urge.
Where is perception?
Or not perception, it would be a presence.
Okay, presence plus primal.
Can I also sniff?
Anyone who wants to sniff can sniff.
I got no successes. Come on, guys. Sniff it up.
Exploders.
2 successes.
Yeah.
Another exploder.
This table underperformed.
Exploders.
Sorry, guys.
4 successes.
4 successes. How many times did it explode?
No, I had 2 exploders and then another one exploded.
Yeah.
He is rolling only exploders tonight.
That's amazing.
Really
You
rolling.
should let me know when stuff's exploding. Like,
really?
You know, that's a pretty cool thing when your dice explode like that, and you're getting a
All
shit ton
the
of successes
time.
all the time.
Oh.
Every roll, he gets 2 or 3.
So for 4 successes, you are looking and you're taking the time to really think about it, and you suddenly feel a gust come from the east into the west towards the water, and you get a whiff of something strong. It's ethereal. It's musty. It's familiar. It's good.
Smells
And
like
you
dog.
can tell that it's coming from it's coming from definitely this side of the road, and you follow it and you take it down about
Downtown?
You take it downtown about a quarter of a mile away, and it leads you into a tavern pub
Called?
German pub. What is it called?
What's it called?
Why don't you tell me what it's
called?
Steins of Mine.
Ooh, I like that.
Steins of Mine.
You stole my name.
And you go to the Steins of Mine.
Steins of Mine.
Twisted Pretzel. Can the next one be called this Twisted Pretzel?
Twisted Pretzel.
There, surely.
I'm making a list of pub names.
So you come to the Steins of Mine, and it's actually one of the not demolished buildings.
Bunch of drunk people.
What is happening outside?
Building. And you can see as you burst in, and this is our heroes, right?
Burst in. Oh, I don't burst anything. I'm unconscious.
Yeah. Do you get to the Steins of Mine? Do you want? Or how do you want? how do you want to approach the door? Yeah, you're unconscious. So you're just gonna walk in.
Yeah, him first.
Well, now that we made it past the guards, do we need to keep carrying her, or can he
Well,
be
there's
like
Nazis everywhere around here. This place is riddled with them.
right?
We're probably gonna run into a few walking into this tavern right now.
Okay, yeah, but I mean, like, you know,
we don't have to put up the front of her being wounded now. We're already in town.
we're in.
Okay, then yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Let's make a show of waking her up. Oh, wake up!
We're gonna be like,
How do you feel? Are you?
Oh my goodness.
Mac, are you okay?
Ooh, I mean, I've been better.
You ready?
I'm real
I have
sorry.
had better days
I'm real
than
sorry.
this.
You ready for some beer now?
I am
Oh, man.
certainly ready for some beer.
This is
All right.
another half an hour at least. So you can take another 2 to leave.
Yeah. I'm fully healed.
I feel great. So we mosey on in.
Right, you mosey on in.
We bust open the door.
And you can see as you get inside, 2 Nazi soldiers are at the bar with a woman and the bartender, and it's all quiet otherwise. And you can hear as the 2 Nazi men are arguing with her in rapid German,
Which I can understand.
which you can understand. And she's well, I'll play it out. Miss, you have to go out. You have to get out of here right now. We're in a severe training, and this building is about to collapse. So you must leave with us. And he goes, no, I'm perfectly fine here. I need to finish my drink still. Under no circumstances will I be leaving. Here, please. I have orders in order to stay here.
What are their ranks?
Their ranks are... And screw orders. The building might be burning around me, but I'm still a citizen of this city and I'm allowed to drink.
Generals.
It's Hitler
They're
himself.
at least lieutenants.
All right.
One's a private first class and one's a lieutenant.
So I do not have rank on either of them.
Because you're also,
Man.
you're equal.
Man.
Equal to the one guy.
You're equal.
All right.
You do not have superiority over these two. Miss. And then you go, Miss, I know that the building is not currently burning, but we have to understand this whole area is evacuated. We have to get you down on the ground right now. And the Miss is still swirling her bourbon with her eyes and goes, well, I'll leave as soon as I finish my bourbon. Not a moment sooner, not a moment later.
All right, I want to sit down right next to her and angle my body so she sees my wolf. Oh, I don't have my wolf pin, do I?
No, I will have to do this.
Okay, yeah.
Wanger.
That's something German.
I wanna put my arms up in the air and walk towards the bar and just yell, "Beer!"
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll look at you and you can see the two Nazi officers like, what are you doing? Are you here to look? You should be out escorting more citizens inside of the underground facility. You do realize that the city is under siege, don't you? The British have been bombing us all night. The AA guns are silent for some reason. Some are saying that even the Allies have come in, and that there's an invasion.
Yeah. Who else is here? So it's just the bartender.
The bartender, who is doing everything he can to get out of here at the moment, but won't leave until everybody's gone. He's just anxiously nerving, like.
What a noble bartender.
Okay.
Fear that we'll loot him.
Yeah, he's just worried that people are gonna loot him. He's just trying very hard to get out. So.
Sir, you might want to leave.
Well, it is all, sir. We have to get the civilians out of here.
That is what we are going to do.
I'm gonna
You
knock
may
him
leave.
out.
Sirs, you're all very wounded. You should be getting yourself to the medical tent. You're gonna have to bluff him to get out of it.
Intimidate.
Bluff.
Yep. Presence plus intimidate.
2 successes.
Yes.
Are you sure, sir? Are you sure? You all seem to be very battered.
We'll be fine.
You
We
have-
have lasted this long. As you said, the city is under siege. We have no time as long as we are able-bodied to do anything.
It's very noble of you, sir. Heil Hitler.
You too.
I don't think
Don't
that's
make
the
us do
appropriate
that.
response. As they walk out, Amy's losing it.
No, that's
We are
good.
doing this right now.
I know,
And
that's good.
you watch as the two walk out, and the bartender is like, "Oh God, thank you. I'm so sorry they wouldn't leave. Oh, we have to get out of here, though. Everything around is burning. Oh, my poor bar. My poor bar. Why would they do this? Why would they go after us? We're just people."
This is a bartender speaking? In German?
Yeah. The woman hasn't said anything since they left. So.
But we know it's
Can we
Kevin
smell
Burger.
her?
We know
Yeah,
it's
do I
Kevin
smell that this is who I was smelling?
Burger. Do we trust this bartender? Is this bartender cool?
I don't
All
know.
bartenders are cool, man.
That's true, dude.
You do sense something familiar about her.
Okay.
There's definitely something very, very familiar. Make another wits plus composure roll for me, just at the moment.
0. Oh wait, no, 1 success. Sorry, 1 success.
So definitely something familiar about her. She has a familiar scent, but she seems definitely like you've never seen her before. You don't know about her. Her scent confirms that she is something definitely pack-like. And it is a familiar musky odor. And there's some other scents in there too that are mixed in with it, but she definitely feels right.
Okay.
I tell the bartender, take as much as you can and get out of here.
What? No. Well, I'm not leaving until my bar is closed and locked up. Do you realize that there's looters out there everywhere? They don't care about their own lives. They're just gonna want to drink my entire bar dry.
Fine, we'll leave.
All right. Good. Get out.
Come with us.
Okay.
Ensure your safety.
Gets out and around. He's like, better to have armed guards than no guards. As he comes out and goes, Miss, are you done? Can we go now? You watch as she just finishes her, bourbon with 2 ice cubes left.
Then I go.
She licks it a little bit and puts it back down and goes, right. Let's go then, shall we? And they all walk out of the bar together.
Yes, Miss Kippenberger.
Isn't that an interesting quandary? So I'm a Kippenberger now, am I?
Yeah.
And how would you know a Kippenberger such as me? You guys are out of the bar by now. Door shut.
Let's just say we could smell it on you.
Doesn't that make a whole lot of sense?
But
Why don't you come with me and we can take this conversation to somewhere a little more private, shall we?
As long as it's not on fire.
Presumably.
Lead the way.
And as you are walking through the rest of the streets, you start to notice as the fires burn around you, as you're very calmly walking through the burning city of Wilmshaven with a very nonchalant, sultry woman and 4 Nazi-garbed soldiers along her side, and 1 very anxious bartender. And that will be it for our episode today. If you would like to learn more, join us next week for another episode of Foreververse, in which we come back and we discover just how deep does this go. Our heroes are in the town of Wilmshaven, but what's really going on? Is it really all this? Or is there something more? Well, find out next week as we continue our adventure. Woo-hoo. See you next time, guys.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching this episode of Foreververse. Make sure to like and comment and subscribe, as we'll be releasing episodes on every Thursday on GNS's YouTube, starting with the first episode right here. If you'd like to jump ahead to the current point in our campaign, you can always watch us live on Twitch, Wednesdays at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you want to watch Foreververse episodes that are available right now, you can always go to projectalpha.com. They are all there for you. And if you want to watch episodes that we've already released on YouTube, there's this fun little playlist right here. Thanks. Goodbye.